Quebec's own Maverick Lamoureux prepares for his first NHL game in Montreal as he leads Utah against the Canadiens live from Bell Center. Welcome back to the inaugural season of the Utah Hockey Club, and tonight it's game one of their two-game season series from Montreal as they battle the Canadiens from inside Bell Center on this Tuesday evening. Welcome in, everybody. With Dominic Moore, I'm Matt McConnell. Sarah Merrifield will join us momentarily. It's the wrap-up game through the Eastern Conference on this road trip, and Dom, an opportunity for Utah to head home tonight to Salt Lake City with a split of the four games.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a lot of good things over the course of these four games. Utah Hockey Club, tremendous outing in Pittsburgh. A few momentary lapses, but other than that, a solid game against the Maple Leafs. They'll hope to end on a positive note.
And one thing we've seen, Dom, on this trip, youth is being served, and the young core of this roster really kicking it into gear offensively.
Yeah, one of the brightest spots throughout this road trip, and especially the last two games, has been the play of the young guns. And it starts with the play of Logan Cooley, who it just was an absolute force playing in his hometown of Pittsburgh, and then has backed it up with a solid game, including a goal on the power play against the Maple Leafs. And who else has been a part of that? Dylan Guenther, still leading the team in goals with 9. He has been a factor, including, Matt, not just finishing, but also some beautiful playmaking, setting up the third member of this triumvirate, Jack McBain, who is leadership in the last game, just playing a simple brand of hockey, has been outstanding.
Yeah, and tonight that trio is going to take on a Canadiens team. There's 24 Stanley Cup banners behind us here tonight, but the Canadiens have struggled over the last couple of years. They've got a good young core, and it's led by Cole Caulfield.
Yeah, Canadiens in the middle of a rebuild themselves, and Cole Caulfield at the very forefront of that. The diminutive forward has an absolutely lethal shot. The combination of his size and his shot makes him a difficult player to cover for defenders. He's slowed down of late, but always dangerous is Caulfield when he's on the ice.
Sets up for a great night of hockey, and when we come back, a look at the starting goaltenders as Hockey Night in Utah rolls on from La Belle Provence here at Bell Center. This Utah Hockey Club broadcast is brought to you by Mountain America Credit Union, guiding you forward. And by Jack in the Box. Unwrap 24 days of free gifts on the Jack app through December 24th.
From our Christmas headquarters in Salt Lake City, we have an important announcement. We are the official short.
Host to the Utah Hockey Club. Let's go between the pipes. It's sponsored by Any Hour Services, and Karel Vejmelka right back in there after the loss Sunday night in Toronto. 32 saves that night for Karel. He'll be opposed tonight by Sam Montembeault. He's been idle since Saturday night in the Canadiens' loss to Vegas. He lost that one, but had won his previous two games against Edmonton and Columbus. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, the national anthems from the Mecca of hockey. It's the Utah Hockey Club and the Canadiens from Bell Center.
Mesdames, Messieurs, veuillez maintenant vous lever, retirer chapeaux et casquettes pour l'interprétation des hymnes nationaux par Brittany Kennel et Antoine Loisel. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your hats and caps for the national anthems performed by Brittany Kennel and Antoine Loisel.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, Canada, terre de nos aïeux, ton front est ceint de florents glorieux, car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh,
What a way to start it out tonight at Bell Center in Montreal. Brittany Cannell and Antoine Loisel with our national anthems. And we are just about set to get her going here tonight. Between the Utah Hockey Club and the Montreal Canadiens, time to welcome in the third member of our broadcast team. She is Sarah Merrifield.
Thanks, Maddie, and what a scene it is, you're right, especially for one of the Utah Hockey Club's own to celebrate a career milestone. Dylan Guenther is playing in his 100th NHL game this evening, and when I asked him about what this means to him today, he said, well, between game 1 and 100, I've gained a lot of weight, a lot of maturity, and a lot of really valuable playing experience. The other thing he recognizes, he wished it would have come sooner in his 3 years so far in the league, but 100 feels pretty good, 1,000 will feel even better.
Thanks so much, Sarah, and we are ready to go. Yeah, Dylan Guenther, 5 multi-point games on the season. They're going to look for him tonight here in Montreal, and we are underway as Ole Mata will look to flip this one all the way back down. And it's handled in behind the net by Sam Montembeault. Big opportunity tonight, Dom, as Utah can head back to Salt Lake City with a split in what is really a tough Eastern swing. And Sergachev's shot right off the bat goes high over the top and wide. And this one will be handled by Lawson Crouse and played in behind the net for Nick Bjugstad. But a big win in Pittsburgh. They came close in Toronto. A 1-0 defeat in Boston. You get 2-2 on this trip, and that'll be mission accomplished. As this one thrown to the front and a stop and a penalty coming up early, and it's going to be a hooking minor.
And Nick Bjugstad is going to head to the box. As
Utah 17, minor penalty for hooking.
Had a couple shots in the offensive zone, and when this play came back on the rush, you'll see Bjugstad gets caught on the wrong side of his man right there as the Montreal player jumps by him and has to hook him to prevent a scoring chance.
And so Bjugstad goes in the opening minute at 42 seconds for hooking. Don't want to put the Canadiens on the power play. They are top 10 on home ice. As Caulfield's shot goes wide, keep an eye on him. Cole Caulfield leads the Canadiens with 6 power play goals. Lane Hudson out of Boston University plays it right back in. He can fly. 48 in the red tonight for the Canadiens as it'll be played around. Ian Cole looking for a clear, helped along by Stenlund, but they can't get it out. And now Hudson will play it right back down. Cole and Stenlund out there right now with Alexander Kerfoot and Sergachev, Mikhail Sergachev, and the Canadiens will keep. Lane Hudson. Now Hudson holding on to it as he sets it up for Cole Caulfield. Caulfield back out high. Hudson thought about it across Doc to the front and deflected over the top and out of play. The head coach is in this one. Quebec native Andre Tourigny thought penalties continued to be a problem Sunday night. Toronto, some mistakes. Game management a problem. And your old pal Marty St. Louis, Hall of Famer in 2018. What a run he had as a player. Won a cup with the Tampa Bay Lightning in 04. Maverick Lamoureux will play it around, and he looks to get it out, but he can't. Brendan Gallagher, good keep of the line. Lane Hudson. And now Heineman for Montreal. Into the corner it goes. Heineman lost his stick. And challenging that time was a couple of players, including Jack McBain, and it's forced back to center.
Yeah, good recognition from McBain as the Montreal player broke his stick. He could afford to be more aggressive there as the Montreal player headed to the bench to get a new one.
Hudson will work it down the boards. And Yoel Armia plays it across. Heineman, good look. He sent it over the top and wide. Now the Canadiens continuing here for another half a minute on the power play. Comes in front and another block. That was a great look for Alex Newhook. Back of the line, Hudson shoots and blocked away. Lamoureux, the Quebec native. And it'll be played all the way back down the ice.
And Maverick Lamoureux playing for the first time on the hallowed ice at the Bell Center here. What an experience for him.
Told us this morning he's got about 125 tickets out tonight for the game. I said, did you have to buy all of them? And he said, no. He's getting some help in that regard, but still, what a night and what a day for Maverick Lamoureux and all the Quebec connections. It comes in front, and Anderson is stopped by Vejmelka, and it's underneath the Utah goaltender who will get a face-off, and the penalty is over. And so Utah now with a chance here to reset.
A couple chances on that power play for the Canadians. They work behind the net. You see Karel Vejmelka on the ground there trying to track where that puck goes. Has done a good job following it as it comes out to the front of the net. That's a dangerous chance.
It certainly was, and let's see if they can stay out of the penalty box the rest of the way. The Bugstad Miner killed off. Tyson Nash during the pregame show tonight back in Salt Lake City was talking about that as his key to the game, and certainly it has been addressed. And it was a factor in the game the other night in Toronto. Caulfield shoots, hit the outside. It went off the pipe, actually, as this one played to the line, and now Utah will finally get it out. Led by Barrett Hayton, top unit out there right now. Hayton, Keller, and Schmaltz. Nick Schmaltz still looking for his first goal. Thought he had one the other night in Pittsburgh. It got called back on a review. And Nick Schmaltz upended. Play rolls on. And Cole Caulfield brings it in. All sorts of room and a good stick goalie Mata to force it out of play, and we'll get a face-off.
Well, another chance for Montreal. It's their leading scorer, Cole Caulfield, who gets this puck on his preferred side of the ice. Likes to do a lot of his damage from this side. He tries to go over the shoulder. Actually rifles this one off the bar.
A close call for Cole Caulfield, the University of Wisconsin product, and just a terrific player tonight on a line with Nick Suzuki and Alex Newhook. Meanwhile, Christian Dvorak's unit with Josh Anderson and Brendan Gallagher out there now for the Canadians. And Logan Cooley's line countering for Utah with Jack McBain and Dylan Gunther, and they have been really impressive on this road trip. Jack McBain really getting the offensive flair rolling in his game. Only Mata dumps one in.
Nothing fancy about Jack McBain's game at all, Matt. Very simple and straightforward. He's just been very consistent with it.
The shot taken that time is broken up by Mikhail Sergachev, once a draft pick of the Canadians. Only played a few games here in Montreal before being shipped to Tampa Bay. Played in behind the net. Gallagher thrown to the front and sent just wide. Oh, real good look, Josh Anderson. As Struble will keep it inside the zone, and now finally back to center ice where the Canadians will settle it down. Out of the lineup tonight for Montreal, Jaden and now Michael Pezzetta as well. And for Utah, no Juuso Valimaki, Liam O'Brien, or Vladislav Kolyachonok. Robert Bortuzzo back into the lineup tonight. He's paired with Michael Kesselring. Played out of the corner and in behind the net. Armia.
This is where Utah has to do some damage.
Comes in front, Cole with a shot and a stop by Montembeault. Oh, Ian Cole with a point blanker. Now in behind the net, side of the net, Carcone. He'll try to feed it back out high. Maverick Lamoureux goes in behind the net. Kerfoot for Utah. And Alexander Kerfoot moving it along, try to play it in behind the net. Pinching is Maverick Lamoureux. To the line, Stenlund, his shot goes wide. And Kirby Dach, former Blackhawk, will play it.
Yeah, good shift there from Utah, getting the puck below the goal line, working from behind the Montreal net.
Off the glass and out, courtesy of Robert Bortuzzo there. Lawson Krause spins back. Gives way for Bortuzzo. He'll play it in. Krause has it now. Trying to drag it to the front. Cooley. Across it goes. One-timer Kesselring, and a stop by Montembeault. Michael Kesselring can shoot the puck. We've known that for a while now. Michelli the other way for Utah. Gains the line, gets upended. Bortuzzo will go after it. Flip to the front. Now Kesselring back out at the point. They get it set up here for Nick Schmaltz. Out high, Michelli shoots. And Michelli again. As he'll work it along the left wing boards. Matias Michelli drops it, coming late. Bortuzzo, and he just shot it wide. And out of the zone for Kesselring.
Good sequence here for Utah. Defense getting involved. We saw Michael Kesselring drive through the middle, open up space for Matias Michelli there.
Schmaltz sent it to the middle. Newhook picks it off for the Canadians. They're back in a 3-on-3. Caulfield, and he misses wide. Kept at the line by Struble. Trying to get it out, they can't. Taken away to the front, a shot. Oh, what a stop! Karel Vejmelka robbing Cole Caulfield. Are you kidding me?
Oh, what a save from the Utah goalkeeper off the most dangerous Canadian, Cole Caulfield. Let's take a look at it again as we secure the net, sponsored by Les Olson. Turnover inside the blue line. A quick pass across and flashing the leather. But it's the movement anticipation from Vejmelka to read that play. And not only any shooter, but one of the most dangerous shooters in the league. And Cole Caulfield can't even believe what he just saw.
What an athletic maneuver by goaltender Karel Vejmelka. And I know, Dom, you know, we talk a lot about the goaltending. You are always seem to be impressed with the way he can move in the crease.
He's very athletic, and I talked to Corey Schwab, what he's most impressed with lately, Corey Schwab, goaltending coach for Utah Hockey Club, is just the way Karel is reading the plays, Matt.
He read that one beautifully as into the corner it goes. Nick Schmaltz now looking to go to work at the Montreal end of the ice. Barrett Hayton trying to free it, and now Caulfield will turn the other way. Cole Caulfield, he'll set it up at the Canadiens' blue line, and he brings it along. 7.5 gone, and a good paced first period here tonight. Lane Hudson way behind the net. He'll look to set it up, and now Hudson all the way back through center to chase down a loose puck, and he'll play it right back, and both teams are getting changes here. Now, they are really high on this kid, number 48 in red, Lane Hudson.
Moves his feet extremely well for a defenseman. Very evasive skater. In and out of tight spaces quickly. Hard guy to cover, Matt.
Into the corner for Brendan Gallagher. Now Jack McBain tying him up. Gallagher and Dvorak, and now it'll be brought out. Logan Cooley's got speed as well. He'll try to get around the defender. That's Arbor Jacki with a shot and a stop by Montembeault. Cole. Now out high, Maverick Lamoureux right to the net, batted away by Montembeault. Former third-round pick of the Florida Panthers, came over in a deal a couple of seasons ago, and more changes as Maverick Lamoureux back to set it up for Utah.
Yeah, Logan Cooley putting his speed on display again, Matt, beating the Canadiens wide, getting a great shot on net.
Juraj Slafkovsky plays it right back in. Doc will chase it down against Maverick Lamoureux. Around now, Carcone trying to work it up the board. Slafkovsky keeps it. And now Kirby Doc played in behind the net. Slafkovsky and Bortuzzo. Slafkovsky drops it. Armia, shot blocked away. And that was Lamoureux, went off his hand. Bortuzzo in behind the net. And now Kerfoot, and he'll get it out back through center ice. Michael Carcone brings it in. Cross. And nobody home there for Utah, and the Canadians will send the other way and all the way back down for the icing call.
Well, you mentioned the young guns and how good they've been. How about the speed from Logan Cooley? His best asset, just keeps his feet moving. Goes 22 miles an hour around the corner, beating the Canadiens defenseman Arbor Jacki. Look at Cooley, his feet never stop moving even as he controls the puck. Folks, that's a lot harder than it looks.
A great look there too, his head up all the way as he was deciding where to shoot that puck. This one will be bounced off, and Kesselring will play to the corner. Matias Maccelli out high. Sent it in behind the net. Nick Bjugstad is there to the front, and Ian Cole coming late, almost got one by Montembeault.
Again, Utah working from behind the Canadiens' net and getting the defense involved. That time it was Bjugstad finding Ian Cole in front for the chance.
Moved right back in, Matias Maccelli, but it goes to Struble. And play it around. Armia. Evans drops it. And a shot just wide. Good look there, Justin Barron, the youngster. Maccelli gets it back to center. Lawson Krause dumps one in. Under 10 minutes remaining in the opening period. 6 shots for the Utah Hockey Club, 5 for the Montreal Canadiens. Barron will flip it around. Waugh, the youngster. Can't keep it in for Montreal. Schmaltz brings it in. And Barrett Hayton sticked aside by Montembeault. Schmaltz. Now Hayton behind the net going to work. Barrett Hayton tried to send a backhander towards the front. That was blocked away. And taken away by Heineman, and he'll dump one in.
Yeah, good second effort from Barrett Hayton there after he lost that puck. Stayed with it, tried to win it back.
So far, decent start, Dom. The penalty kill comes through. What are some of the other things you're seeing?
Just again, got to work the cycle against the Canadiens. The cycle, one of the strong points for Utah Hockey Club. They've really been able to create scoring chances well from behind the opposition net, and that also happens to be a weak point for Montreal. So you want to play to your strengths against the opposition weaknesses.
Michael Kesselring drops it off, and now it's flipped out by Ian Cole to center. Kesselring will pick it up. Brings it in. McBain couldn't advance it. Kesselring back trying to come down with it, but it goes right to Cole Caulfield. Caulfield holding up. Trying to send it in behind the net. Suzuki, but it's Kesselring to play it along for Utah. Picked off. Caulfield fanned on an attempt, and taking it away is Jack McBain, and it's cleared out. Lane Hudson is there, and now changes on for both teams as Hudson will set it up. 12 minutes gone, opening period, no score tonight from Bell Center in Montreal. These two teams will get together in Utah in January. Anderson wide shot hit the outside of the net. And Utah comes right back up the ice with Kevin Stenlund, and he'll dump it in. Kerfoot that time took a bump from Jacki, and they're going to be whistled down for an interference call.
Yeah, easy call here, Matt, for the referees. This was a dump in from Kevin Stenlund, and Alexander Kerfoot got held up with no puck anywhere in the vicinity. So it'll be a Utah power play when we come back. as we look at our dollar loan center profile, and it focuses on Utah's goal leaders. Dylan Guenther still in the lead, but you see Jack McBain climbing that ladder. I don't think anyone had that on their bingo card at this point in the season. But the Utah power play also has been picking up some momentum as of late, haven't they, Matt?
Yeah, they have 24% over the last 5 games, but they're going up against the 3rd best penalty kill on home ice. Yeah, the Canadians are in a rebuild, but their special teams have been very good. Keller has it to work it down low for Cooley, and back out high it goes. Now Clayton Keller. Power play here tonight in Montreal, sponsored by Arby's. Sergachev for Keller. Cooley again, and they work it around. Perimeter power play here, as this one's going to be picked off and out to center ice. Evans for Montreal, and he'll diagonally dump one in.
Just a little bit too static there. Was Utah got to get their feet moving, not just move the puck, but move a little bit, challenge the Canadiens defenders.
Dylan Guenther drops it. Schmaltz with a shot, and a stop by Montembeault. Back out high, Sergachev, and now Keller. Across it goes, and a one-timer. Guenther, and a stop there as Schmaltz will recover. Dylan Guenther again, down low, Nick Schmaltz. Good stick there. Played along, Guenther holding on to it. Across now Keller inside the right point. Goes down low, Cooley. Try to work it to the middle. That was Schmaltz. Couldn't get him the puck. Sergachev, and they reload here, and Keller's got it. 40 to go in the power play. Keller now for Sergachev. Logan Cooley. Goes across, and a one-timer stop. Guenther robbed by Montembeault. Now Guenther again. That was blocked away. Getting onto it is Schmaltz. To the line again, across Keller. Right to the net, sent wide. Schmaltz. Work it around, 8 seconds to go. Guenther trying to work it out high. Sergachev now for Keller. Penalty about to expire. Out high, Guenther, and a shot off the shoulder of Montembeault as the Jack-eye penalty expires, and so the Canadiens are back to full strength. No score tonight, 5:37 to go in the opening period tonight from Bell Center.
The Utah power play with only a couple looks on that last power play. For me, Matt, they're at their best when they involve more movement. Here you see Logan Cooley adds a little bit of movement here. That's all it takes to create a little bit of confusion, and Clayton Keller's able to find that seam on the backside. You see a little bit of communication there. That's what opened up their first chance, was just a little bit of a rotation between Keller and Cooley.
If you go back to the game in Pittsburgh, which was the second stop on this 4-gamer through the East, they had all sorts of movement on the power play. They were able to bag 3 goals on that night in Pittsburgh, and I agree.
As a penalty killer, that's all you want. The more stationary the power play is, the easier they are to defend.
Into the corner, and Barron will try to move it along. Justin Barron for the Canadians. Kirby Dach, and around now, Ian Cole on the pinch for Utah. Matias Michelli flips it to the middle. Lawson Krause, but it's denied. And now Michelli to the front, a shot to stop Bukestad. Oh man, robbed by Montembeault. As this one up into the netting. Wow.
That shot got behind the Canadiens goaltender Montembeault, and you'll see it's a little cycle play. We talked about creating offense off the cycle here. Little rotation. It goes back to Michelli, and he finds Bukestad coming in behind all the Canadiens defenders. Again, that puck went behind Montembeault and out the other side.
Heck of a save down at the Canadiens, and we saw that huge save by Karel Vejmelka earlier. So the goaltender is putting on a nice show here on a Tuesday night in Quebec. Ole Mata across now. Robert Bortuzzo. Marconi, but they're going to say this one came out. Nope, we got a penalty coming up here. It's going to be an interference minor. Let's see who it's going against.
That's his in front of the net, Matt. Montreal's Jake Evans took out Alexander Kerfoot as Kerfoot tried to establish body position in front of the net. Keep an eye. Alexander Kerfoot right there, fighting tooth and nail to get himself behind the Canadiens defender. And Evans, 71 red, takes him down. So hard work from Kerfoot leading to another opportunity on the power play for Utah.
Yeah, so Gunther, Cooley, and Schmaltz up front. They'll go Sergachev and Keller back at the points for now. Let's see if the movement is any better here on this second power play. Just kind of showed you what they did on the first one. Sergachev holds on to it, and now Cooley will work it down low.
There's Cooley and Keller switching spots again. Little rotation, watch them switch.
And so Keller goes back out high, and he's got the puck. Keller down low, Cooley tried to dump it in front that time. They couldn't get it to Schmaltz. Along the boards, and now Cooley goes across. We're going to get a hand pass, and so the faceoff will come out.
I like what I'm seeing here, Matt, from the added dimension that Logan Cooley brings to this power play. One, he can retrieve pucks after shots around the net, but two, he can add some playmaking as well as he allows Clayton Keller to switch positions and attack from different angles.
Nick Schmaltz will come in here to take the draw against Christian Dvorak, and Schmaltz gets chased, so Cooley comes in. And this one will be cleared all the way down by Caden Gooley. And so Sergachev will play it. 1:15 remaining in the Utah power play. Second one here tonight.
This is where you don't want to be complacent at all. You've got a couple early opportunities here. Seize them to take the lead if you can.
Sergachev has it, and he drops it for Keller. Sergachev now, and around. Cooley. Now Keller. Down low it goes, Dylan Gunther. Now they work it for Cooley. Out high, Sergachev and across. Sergachev with a shot, broke his stick. And now Cooley wants to hold on to it. Sergachev will get another stick. Comes across, and a shot. It was blocked away and over the glass. That was Dylan Gunther's attempt that goes out of play.
Well, how about the pass from Nick Schmaltz here? Right before that puck went out of play, Matt. Puck comes to Schmaltz right in the bumper position. That's the position right in the middle, and Schmaltz puts this puck between his own legs over to Gunther. Heck of a play from Schmaltz.
Nick Schmaltz still looking for the first goal. Brought along, and now Lawson Krause into the corner. 25 to go in the penalty. Robert Jacka behind the net. Going to leave it off for Yoel Armia. Spun around. Kessering chases it down inside that left point. Trying to play it down low, and they'll get a clear, this time courtesy of Jake Evans.
Yeah, you see the way Montreal wants to apply pressure even on the penalty kill. Quick puck movement is the key. Get that puck out of the traffic areas.
And so the penalty has expired. And it'll be played right back. Evans trying to poke it along. Denied. And we get a whistle here offside at the Utah blue line.
Power play for Utah has been good of late. And for me, Matt, what stands out is that a lot of the goals have come from within a few feet of the net. You know, not looking for those one-time tic-tac-toe type of plays. We saw the goal from Cooley against the Maple Leafs from the crease. We saw a goal from Dylan Guenther in the crease. Keep trying to look for those opportunities when you can.
Lane Hudson will dump one in for the Canadians. Lamoureux flips it, and now McBain will skate it out, and here he comes. Across for Stenlund, and a wrister by Stenlund is handled by Montembeault. And flipped over the glass and out of play, and this is going to be a penalty. So right back to the power play goes Utah.
And Montreal Canadiens behind the eight ball here.
Montreal, 89, minor penalty, delay game, shooting the puck over the glass.
As they continue to get themselves in penalty trouble. Marty St. Louis shaking his head. This just good pressure. There's a shot on goal. A rebound is there, and the young player, Roy, just trying to relieve the pressure, flips this one over the glass and out of play. That's a delay of game penalty.
So another opportunity, third power play here in the opening period. Moved along by Keller, but stripped away. Armia is back shorthanded. Well, Armia will just kind of pull it back and kill some time. Smart move there by the Canadiens player. Now Armia, and now it's a game of keep away, as Armia will bring it right back in. Armia, kind of a one-man wrecking crew on this PK, and the crowd appreciates it as the Canadiens.
This is some impressive penalty killing as Montreal, they call it ragging the puck, Matt.
Yep.
Killing off more time by just keeping it away from Utah.
Keller brings it in. Guenther has it. Spins it around. I talked about it earlier. The third best home ice penalty kill in the league right now. Logan Cooley will bring it. Nice stick handling move there to move it to Dylan Guenther. Back out high, Sergachev, and now they get it set up with 58 to go in the power play. Sergachev with a shot blocked away out high. Nick Schmaltz. And now Keller across. Cooley with a shot blocked away. Sergachev at the line. Keller with a shot, and that goes wide. Deflected away by Dvorak out high. Schmaltz. And Suzuki, and he'll get it out and all the way down. Under a minute to go in the period.
Change. The second unit will come on the ice for the final 25 seconds here.
Now they'll race it along, and Michelli gets it in for Lawson Krause. Back out high, Nick Bjugstad. And now Carconi and Kesselring. A dozen seconds remaining. Michelli. Krause with a shot, a stop in front, and Bjugstad can't buy it on the tip in. Kesselring shoots, hit the outside of the net. Back to the line, Kesselring works it down low. That's because Waugh was out of the box, and this one thrown to the front. It's covered up by Montembeault.
Now the second unit for Utah making good use of the 25 seconds they have to create a really good look in front of the net. This puck goes over to Michelli, and he will find Lawson Krause right in the middle. It's just a quick shot. And that shot from Krause, not designed to be anything special, just get it towards the net. Hope for a good bounce. So good work by the second unit for Utah.
So Utah gets a late offensive zone faceoff here to the right of Sam Montembeault with 21.2 remaining in the period.
And you just worry, Matt, when you don't capitalize on these early opportunities that it will come back to bite you later.
Yeah. They win the draw. Shot by Ian Cole, blocked away. Ole Mott into the middle, and it's McBain in front. And a rebound, Stenlin. He sent it wide on the spinorama shot. Ruby Dock in the corner, just trying to kill time. 7 to go. Freed out high, but this one's going to go all the way back, and that will do it for the opening 20 here tonight at Bell Center in Montreal. So the story of the period, the Canadiens' penalty kill. 3 looks for Utah. They come up empty on each of them, and no score at the end of 1.
Yeah, and a solid period for Utah as well in terms of getting in on the forecheck, creating some chances for themselves, drawing some penalties as well. So just hope to break the goose egg in the second.
Now, Utah had 13 shots in the opening 25 for the Montreal Canadiens and no score through 20 minutes. Sarah, when we come back on the magic of Montreal, Kim and Nick in the studio as well back in Salt Lake City. A jam-packed intermission. No score here tonight in Quebec.
Presented by Common Spirit Health.
Welcome back to Hockey Night in Utah. No score after the first 20 minutes in Montreal. Sarah Merrifield was just with Ian Cole.
All right, Ian, how do you feel your team went out there with urgency and tone in that first period?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Obviously taking a penalty early isn't ideal. It's something we need to continue to get better at. But as we went there, it got better, and obviously a power play snapping around, which is great, and has some good chances 5-on-5. So overall, pretty good period. But they're a fast team. We need to make sure we stay over them. There were a couple times where we let their third and fourth guy in the rush skate right by us as trackers. So we got to find those guys. But overall, it was pretty good.
In terms of continuing to push on that gas, how do you guys continue to emphasize that in the next 2?
Yeah, just that, right? Like, we need to have the intention to continue this game. So far this year, we've been, sometimes we fail to put a full 60 minutes in, so we can't take our foot off the second like we did, against the Maple Leafs.
Thanks so much.
Yep, thank you.
Guys?
We've got more of your first intermission report on the other side of this. We'll hear from Sarah and Dom on the magic of Montreal and hear how we can get these guys going in the second period. Sat down with Dom Moore, who has played for the Montreal Canadiens, talked a little bit about the history and what this team means to the NHL.
Well, as we continue to introduce Utah to the Utah Hockey Club and to the NHL, there's so much history that goes into the league. And one of those teams that is a big part of the NHL history is the Montreal Canadiens, which Utah Hockey Club will get a chance to see. Can you walk us through a little bit of some of the ties that that organization has to the history with the city? And obviously, you've got a chance to play there, so you experienced it firsthand.
Well, how much time do we have? Because when it comes to the Montreal Canadiens, I mean, they have the longest, most storied history in, I would say, all of sports. They're, for baseball fans, it's like the New York Yankees. They have the most championships, 24 Stanley Cups. They have more Hall of Famers than any team. They have legends of the game. And you know what? The thing about Montreal, hockey is a part of the fabric of society in Canada in general, but particularly in Montreal, hockey and life are synonymous.
Kim Becker, Nick Olczyk, Tyson Nash with you here. And Tyson, we talked a little bit about the locker room replica that they have at the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto. So playing Toronto, now playing in Montreal, I mean, what a week for these guys when it comes to the NHL.
It does not get any better. And as a player, you circled this one on the calendar, right? I mean, as cliche as that is, you do. You just get excited for it. I can promise you, last night, day off in Montreal, going out for a big dinner, some of the best food on the planet. You almost feel like you're in Europe, right? And then today, the day of the game, all the kids, the jerseys. I mean, everyone's wearing them up and down the streets, St. Catharines, the shopping, and then the game itself, right? That stadium, those jerseys hanging from the rafters, pretty special.
There is such an incredible atmosphere and aura in Montreal, the city. You just know, right, that the Canadiens are beloved there. They are held in the highest of regards, and whether you're there as a player, a broadcaster, a visiting fan, whatever it may be, it is definitely a stop that you want to make if you can, just because there is that feeling in the air and the importance of hockey in Montreal. It really doesn't get better than that.
And during the holiday season, in the whole province of Quebec, it's just so special. And how special for this guy, Maverick Lamoureux. He is soaking it up. Look, he's got fans signing a puck, giving a puck away. I mean, it's just incredible. We've got more of your first intermission report on the other side of these messages. We'll be right back. Don't go away. First frame as Utah is taking on the Canadiens, and they had some looks there. 3 power play opportunities, but no score. So we'll take a look at some highlights. Kim Becker, Nick Olczyk, and Tyson Nash. I mean, off to a rocky start with that first penalty in 42 seconds. We were all kind of like, you got to be kidding me. We just talked about not getting into the box.
They didn't hear my speech before the game.
They didn't tune you. They need to turn you up.
Sounds like my
Tyson.
kids. They tune me out.
Tuning them out. Exactly. But hey, I mean, they're still putting up a fight. 40 minutes left to play. We'll take a look at some highlights from that first 20
and
minutes.
the defensemen, Kim, very early in that first period, the defensemen were getting involved in the offense, and it was from a couple of unlikely suspects after the great look there for Michael Kestering, who just kind of drifted into the weeds and had a great look on the one-timer. You had Kestering getting involved, Robert Bortuzzo also in here. Ian Cole, Tyson, puts himself in a great spot on a great feed from Kevin Stenlund, and unfortunately that puck didn't go, but the D were very involved early.
He had the beaver tail. He wanted that one in a big way. Ian Cole, you love it when you have the defense engaging in the rush. They played fast, tons of speed, a lot of sustained pressure. They drew 3 penalties. Yes, they took one early, 40 seconds in, but they drew 3, right? Now you have to capitalize. You want to make sure you continue to play your game, but kick the Canadiens when they're down with those chances.
And on those shots, I loved how the forwards were quick to be able to recover those pucks, right? And keep them hemmed in their own zone, that being the Montreal Canadiens. So that was a real key, some of the offensive pressure they had.
So what would you say to these guys during intermission here after watching those power play efforts but not getting one in the back of the net?
Find a way to not get as many shots blocked. Montreal did a real good job blocking the shots, and then the last line of defense, Montembeault, how good was he? We've said the same thing about Karel Vejmelka. Well, I think Montembeault did that for Montreal in that first period, but it's only one period. I think the message in that locker room is do not change a thing.
Okay.
And on the power play, scoring, that's the ultimate momentum, right? That's the ultimate goal. But I really do think you can generate some momentum for your team's 5-on-5 play with what you're able to do positively on the power play. Here, I know they had chances. They did just about everything but score for Utah. but you had everybody being a scoring threat. Dylan Guenther had 3 shots on goal there. A beautiful pass from Nick Schmaltz to Dylan Guenther. So I felt like each time either Keller or Cooley or Guenther got the puck, they were a threat because they were attacking the middle, forcing the Montreal Canadiens to have to try and react and defend. And all Montreal could really do was just come back into their set, into their penalty-killing box. So I like what I've seen on the power play. Just got to find a way to execute.
Yeah, they had some really good plays there. They weren't just passing it around the perimeter like we've seen in the last few games. So hopefully they can capitalize on all of that. We'll send it back out to Don Moore, Matt McConnell, and Sarah Merrifield.
Hockey
See you
Night
guys at
in
the second
Utah.
intermission.
Intermission report is presented.
Front, Guy Lafleur, the all-time points leader in Canadiens history with 1,246. No score between the Utah Hockey Club and the Montreal Canadiens through one. A guy making his debut in Montreal on this ice for Utah, Maverick Lamoureux, Dom.
Well, special is an understatement, Matt, for Maverick Lamoureux to arrive at this moment playing on the hollowed ice at the Bell Center. What a moment he must have been feeling right here. You know, I still have chills every time I hear that Coldplay song with the way the Canadiens come out before the opening puck drop. There's so much history here, and for Lamoureux to live that on his first shift on this ice, incredible. Let's hear more from Sarah.
He is definitely our dollar loan center player profile of the evening. We can't not highlight Maverick in this very exciting game. He's been watching games since he was 5 or 6 years old here at Bell Center, and yesterday he actually got a chance to go home for that off day to spend time with his family and friends, and even stop by to visit his minor league hockey coach at his old rink. So it's a surreal moment for him to reminisce on where he came from to get to where he is today, living out his NHL dream. This kid was smiles ear to ear all day.
You know, amazing, Sarah. And you know what? He told the reporters this morning that he picked his number based on the recent passing of Canadiens legend Guy Lafleur. So if you want to endear yourself to the local media, what a way to do that. And again, respect for the history from that young man.
Yeah, I guess so. And when you grow up in this part of the world, it is hockey night in Canada on Saturday night. Everybody around the television, they watch the games. They've got the early game, the late game. as Nick Bjugstad will look to move it out. Guy Lafleur was an absolutely tremendous player, and you know what? A great ambassador for the game as well, as this one played back in. And Arber Xhekaj will look to move it along. 24 Stanley Cup banners hang above the ice here at Bell Center. 37 Canadians in the Hall of Fame. They've got another 12 builders as Dvorak will take it away. And this one over the top of the net.
And you see some of the odd numbers on the backs of the Canadians on the ice. That's because so many jerseys have been retired. 15 numbers have been retired or up in the rafters.
This one will be played all the way back in. Sarah, you got more.
I want to point out, having done this little history tour, that it is pretty special for the Utah Hockey Club in its first year to play one of the oldest teams in hockey in the NHL.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
You heard Kim Becker in studio mention before the game today, November 26th is Founders Day, the official day that the league was founded 107 years ago to the day. So we have the newest team in the NHL playing against the oldest team on this day.
And to answer Tyson Nash's question, no, I did not call that game 107 years ago, as this one will be played in behind the net. And around it goes now and played out. And Cole Caulfield, bested that time by Ian Cole. And the Canadians will go down, and Hudson will play it across, and the Canadians break out. Taken away, Ian Cole having a shift here as he broke up another outlet pass.
And we heard Ian Cole talk about how quick the Canadians can be as a team. That was something Marty St. Louis, the Canadians coach, had spoken about, stressing to his team, playing with pace.
Jack McBain with an opportunity there on Montembeault. Puck will be played away and out of the zone where Robert Bortuzzo is back for Utah. Moves it up. Gunther couldn't get it out. Heineman, good keep there, and it's played along. And a shot taken goes wide of the mark. In behind the net and around. Now Jack McBain looking to outlet, but it's broken up by Struble, and he'll play it right back in.
Yeah, McBain was looking for Logan Cooley on the far side, streaking up the ice, didn't quite get it through.
Robert Bortuzzo, look out, chance in front, and sent over the top of the net was Jake Evans. And Carcone comes right back. Michael Carcone getting around the defender. He sent a backhander over the top and wide. Alex Kerfoot colliding in behind the play with goaltender Sam Montembeault. And we'll get a whistle here. Our Master Auto Tech mileage focuses on the most championships in each of the major sports. I mentioned the 24 Stanley Cups and the banners that hang here at Bell Center. I mean, these are some great franchises now.
They sure are. And it was back in 2010 when I was a member of the Montreal Canadiens. We made an improbable run. Everyone thought it was the year to capture number 25. But, Matt, it's been since 1993. The last Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup was the Montreal Canadiens in '93.
Yeah, and they took down the Los Angeles Kings. We remember the stick measurement and all that involving Marty McSorley. If you're a hockey fan, you go back to that time. Tom, you played here.
The amazing thing about that run, Matt, was that you got to win 16 games to win the Cup. 11 were won in overtime for that Canadiens team in '93. Absolutely miraculous.
It certainly was, as we get a whistle here and a look at the Canadiens bench. And
there's Marty St. Louis. No one has more passion for the game in the most passionate city for hockey in the world than Marty St. Louis. Lives and breathes the sport.
Tom, you'd be the perfect one to ask this question to you, playing in Toronto and here in Montreal. What do you think is a bigger, more intense hockey city?
I just said it. Montreal is the place. Yeah, the cradle of hockey. Yep.
And I tend to agree with that. In Toronto, it's 24/7 hockey, but it's just a little bit different here. As this one will be kicked along inside the zone, but
the difference, Matt, is that in Toronto, it is a hockey mecca, but there's lots of other things because it's such a big city. In Montreal, it's hockey and only hockey.
Cooley will look to move it along. Good keep there. Keller breaks up the play. In behind the net, penalty coming up here, and they're going to get Newhook, I believe. Delayed call. They get Vejmelka to the bench. And now pulling it back is Matias Maccelli, and he'll set it up. So a delayed penalty call, extra attacker out for Utah. Clayton Keller has it. And he'll dump it back for Sergachev. And here comes Nick Schmaltz with it. Delayed penalty call coming up. Michelli surrounded by Canadians. Into the corner it goes for Nick Schmaltz. And now they'll get a touch. Lane Hudson. And the 4th power play here tonight for Utah.
And you see the official. He doesn't want to hear it from Newhook. The Canadians forward who took down Clayton Keller in the corner. Newhook doesn't like it, but here's Keller.
Montreal number 15, minor penalty holding.
He makes a great move again. Keller's so dangerous with his feet, the way he can get out of tight spaces, controlling that puck, and he dipsy doodles around Newhook, who takes him down.
So the penalty killing unit for Marty St. Louis out there, and the Utah Hockey Club with their power play unit. They're going to start the second unit here with Bjugstad in the face-off circle against Christian Dvorak. They are 0 for 3 tonight on the power play with 4 shots on goal. And this one around and past Michelli and all the way down.
This is where you gotta have that killer instinct, Matt. We saw the opportunities in the first. You get another one early in the second. Gotta take advantage here.
Matias Michelli flips it. Krause in over the line. And that's a giveaway as Anderson will start the other way. Dvorak is in. Dvorak shoots. He hit the pipe. Utah back. Carcone with it. Brings it in. Michelli. He got upended there by Dvorak. And now Bjugstad and Michelli puck into the corner. Everybody locked up. Cooley trying to move it along, and Dvorak finds the outlet and he'll clear it down. Christian Dvorak's always been a pretty good defensive centerman in this league. As Kesselring will set it up. Fans wanted a penalty on all that stuff that just happened in the corner. Keller will bring it, and now he drops it off for Nick Schmaltz. 50 seconds to go in the power play. Batted away. Armia goes the other way. And now Yoel Armia right back to the front, and they can't finish it off. Utah's got to get something going here. 4 power plays. And this one just nothing going right so far with 34 seconds remaining. Keller's got it. And now Cooley with it. Out high. Gunther. And now they get it set up with 25 seconds remaining in the power play. Keller. Cooley. Cooley back out high, still with the puck. He'll get it down low. Gunther gives way for Keller. To Cooley. To Keller. Sergachev. To the front. Chance and a glove save. Montembeault, and it leaks out to the far side. Penalty is over. Gunther with a shot. He scores. Dylan Gunther is one-timer. And it's 1-0 Utah.
Well, there's one thing about goal scorers, Matt. They see the plays before it happens. And you'll see here, Dylan Gunther anticipates Clayton Keller coming up with this loose puck. And what he does is he moves his feet into position early so that when Keller looks up, he's already ready to shoot. Right now, Clayton Keller gets this puck. As he looks up, Gunther is already there. Gunther had moved from the front of the net to that shooting position. Keep an eye left side of your screen. Gunther already ready to pull the trigger, and that is how you score goals.
Yeah, and Dylan Gunther is now in double digits. That's his 10th goal of the season. It's not a power play goal. The man advantage had expired, but Utah will take it, and here they come again. Kevin Stenlund drops it. McBain into the corner. Now Kerfoot around the boards. Kept right point. Lamoureux towards the front and just sent wide. Kerfoot. And now Stenlund. So the assists go to Keller and Schmaltz on that goal by Dylan Gunther. 6:23 the time of the tally. Lane Hudson will go after it, and Slafkovsky will get it out for Brendan Gallagher. Canadians will dump one deep. Gallagher all tied up there. Nice job by Sergachev. Stenlund couldn't get it out. Moved right back. They try to poke it home, and it'll be taken away by Matias Maccelli. And right back to center for the defenseman Sergachev leading up in the rush. Maccelli trying to throw it back in front, denied. Big hit, Kraus that time along the boards against Kirby Dach, who got the initial hit on Maccelli. Now Struble into the corner. And behind the net, and back out high. Suzuki for Savard. They work it around. A shot is on. Struble and a stop and a clear by Bortuzzo, but not out. Struble again. He shoots. He scores. Jayden Struble, what a shot. It's 1-1.
Now the Montreal Canadiens go to work in the offensive zone. And as they move around, you'll see Lawson Crouse gets caught too low. You see the movement from the Canadiens. The defenseman goes down. Crouse goes down with him. And when this puck goes back up, that leaves a lot of room for the Canadiens to roll down from the top. It's Jayden Struble, as you said, Matt, who takes that space and rifles it over the shoulder of Karel Vejmelka.
That's his second of the season, and it comes a minute 42 after the Gunther goal. And behind the net, Schmaltz to the front, and a sliding save, Montembeault. Well, it's opening up right now. Gunther with his 10th, and Struble with his second, and it's 1-1.
You'll see this play move down to the net. There's an initial shot, and keep an eye on Dylan Gunther, 11 white. He's down by the net. He shovels this one across the crease. Now stay with Gunther. As this puck goes into the corner, watch Gunther move his feet into the shooting area and call for that pass. Goal scoring 101.
Man, can he fire the biscuit? Ole Mata. Off the faceoff, he'll work it down low. Draping him is Cole Caulfield. Good battle here in the right wing corner. Caulfield's going to come away with it. It's Suzuki, challenged there by Sergachev. Battle, and right in the middle of it, Guhle now, and Nick Schmaltz. They join the fray and played in behind the net by Lane Hudson. Deflected out high. Schmaltz with a shot and a stop. Great look there, and a rebound is set wide by Hayton.
Yeah, intensity is picked up here, Matt, for both teams.
Gunther back out there with Clayton Keller and Nick Schmaltz. And this one flipped out of the zone back through center ice. So it was Gunther's 10th from Keller and Schmaltz. And a minute 42 later, Struble from Caulfield and David Savard for the Canadiens. And a 1-1 game as Ole Mata stretches it right to the line, intended for Logan Cooley, turned the other way and out of the zone and all the way back. Karel Vejmelka couldn't get it out. Heineman Sent around now. Struble, the goal scorer, towards the front, deflected wide. Back out high. Barron. That was blocked en route. Jackeye couldn't handle it. McBain now. And now Logan Cooley with it. Up on the wing, McBain a little bit too far out of his reach, but McBain will drag it into the corner anyways, and Struble for Montreal. Evans plays it. Cross center, that big CH at center ice here at Bell Center. And Cole lost an edge. Utah will get it out. Maverick Lamoureux. And he brings it back through center ice. Michael Carcone will pick it up. Try to work it down low. Anderson that time with a hit on Maverick Lamoureux. Keeps the play alive in the offensive third. And now flipped out of there by Christian Dvorak and back to center ice. Don't forget Mountain America Credit Union will donate $50 to the Huntsman Cancer Institute for every goal scored by the Utah Hockey Club during the 24-25 season. And the chance in front, Anderson couldn't set it up. Played out of the zone and all the way back for the chase by Arber Xhekaj.
We've seen a couple shifts here where Utah defensemen have got stuck on the ice with that long change here in the second period. The bench farther away from the Utah zone.
Slavkovsky in behind the net. And an easy play here for Nick Schmaltz as he'll outlet for Keller. Now Schmaltz right back in, challenged by two Canadians. Big hit there. Gallagher all over Schmaltz. To the line, Kesselring. And now Schmaltz, who jumps right back up, gets back on his feet, and again Gallagher goes right after him. Nick Schmaltz, good effort there. Slavkovsky, and now Gallagher will finally get it out for Montreal.
Yeah, Brendan Gallagher, feisty Canadiens player, absolutely all over Nick Schmaltz down in the corner there. Schmaltz taking a beating.
Barrett Hayton got upended, play back to center, taken away by Kesselring. Kirby Dach that time all over Gunther, but Gunther will bring it in. What an effort, Gunther. Well, Gunther goes right back after a loose puck. And turned by Kirby Dach, so the Canadiens will set it up.
I mentioned that intensity picking up, the feistiness also picking up here.
Dach to the front and stopped by Vejmelka. Yeah, good pace here in the second period. I thought the pace was pretty good in the opening period as well. Barron now. Got it right to the line. Ole Mata will stretch it for Jack McBain. Now Cooley will play it around. He's got some support from Kerfoot. All tied up, Nick Suzuki. Fans wanted a penalty on that one, and nothing doing. Alex Newhook. Old Caulfield in behind the net, Maverick Lamoureux, and now Newhook will pick it up to the line for David Savard. And we get a whistle here. The net has come undone. And we will get a face-off.
That net got pushed down. And Karel Vejmelka had to get out of the way. Those nets, heavy metal. Let's see how it got knocked over. You see Maverick Lamoureux battling, gets pushed off by Cole Caulfield and takes the net down with him. Caulfield 5'7", Lamoureux 6'7".
A little bit of a difference. Maverick Lamoureux. And he gets it out back to center ice. Michael Carcone, but it's taken away. Arber Xhekaj up on left wing for Montreal. Dumped in by Suzuki. Now Stenlund can't get it out. Xhekaj with a shot. And taken away. Stenlund board battle here. Maverick Lamoureux going after it against Caulfield. Suzuki back out high. Savard. Flipped down low by Newhook. Comes around the boards. Kerfoot couldn't get it out. Caulfield, and now it'll be played back to the line where Savard keeps. Good sustained pressure here. Zone time anyways for the Canadiens. David Savard, the defenseman.
This is where it becomes a challenge If you get hemmed in, you have to get it, advance the puck far enough in order to change players. Canadians letting Utah off the hook there as they pull that puck back, actually.
So they get a whole new group out there, does Utah. Evans, and around the boards, Waugh for Evans. Let it go. So Caden Gooley now with it for Montreal. Gooley has it back out high, flips it along. And a shot towards the front, blocked away by Vejmelka. Sergachev will look to clean it up, and it's out of the zone to center. Alexander Kerfoot will play it in, and now a change on here for Utah. 5:38 remaining in the second period. Each team with a goal. Gunther for Utah, Struble for the Canadians as we get a whistle and an icing call.
Well, Matt, you mentioned the rookie defenseman Lane Hudson from Montreal and how dangerous he is with his feet. A moment ago, Alexander Kerfoot was defending him. And keep an eye on Kerfoot when this puck, if we get a good look at it, it comes up high. And Kerfoot, the way he defended him was very cautious. He did not want to rush out at Hudson when the puck came up to Hudson. He came out cautiously. Just right after that is.
Yeah, and collision there, and Robert Bortuzzo is down, and let's hope he gets up. That might have been knee on knee with the youngster Joshua Waugh. Well, Robert Bortuzzo will sit, and the Canadians will go to the power play in a 1-1 game, and there's the collision.
Is knowing who you're up against, and here Alexander Kerfoot knows exactly who he's facing. This puck goes up. Kerfoot is on the right side, 15 white. He recognizes the dangerous Hudson, who's really dangerous with his feet, so he comes out more cautiously than he would against perhaps any other player. And that is tremendous awareness from one of Utah's best defensive players, Alexander Kerfoot.
Great look there and a great breakdown as this faceoff's going to be inside the Utah zone. So another penalty up on the board.
And thanks to our guys in the truck for finding that great clip.
And they've got 53 up on the board, but as it'll be played around, it's Robert Bortuzzo's penalty. This one will be played back out high. Caulfield's got it. He'll play it in behind the net. Holding on to it is Suzuki. He'll send it around. Slafkovsky in the corner. So, Suzuki with it. Now Suzuki back out to the left wing side for Cole Caulfield, and they'll bring it out high. Kirby Dach. Lane Hudson to Dach. In front, and fanning out it was Suzuki, and this one over the glass and out of play. I should point out that Robert Bortuzzo, the penalty was against him, but he went to the dressing room to get looked at after that collision. So Michael Carcone serving the penalty.
Not a good sign for Bortuzzo or for Utah. as the Canadians have 1 minute and 22 seconds to work with here.
And behind the net, Maverick Lamoureux, but it's Slafkovsky around for Caulfield. Cole Caulfield holding on to it. And back out high, Lane Hudson, across it goes, Kirby Dach. And a chance, but broken up. Fanning on that one was Suzuki, and this one will be played back to center. Kirby Dach with it. 56 to go in the penalty.
Here. Thank you.
Hudson, there's some of those links you were talking about, and his ability to move. The youngster has got some moves, but able to keep it, and a shot ripped wide, taken that time by Cole Caulfield, and this one caroms all the way back down.
Yeah, you wonder after Cole Caulfield got robbed by Karel Vejmelka in the first period, whether Karel is in his head. He's trying to pick the corners now and miss the net.
Late in the power play, 24 seconds remaining for the Canadians on the man advantage. Armia, and this one picked by Kerfoot and cleared all the way down.
Yeah, good job by Kerfoot there on the backhand, finding the alleyway to get that puck out and down the ice.
Gallagher will scamper to center. Angled off, being Cole. Plays it up the board, Sergachev has it, and out of the box is Carcone. He'll stay on the ice, throwing the rush. Stenlund shoots, blocked away. Now Kerfoot, here's a chance. Kessering flips it. Down low, Carcone tried to drop it in front. And cleared all the way back down the length.
A couple chances to shoot there. Utah making the extra pass instead.
Mata's got it. Play it in behind the net. Into the corner, Gooley. Jake Evans gets it to center. Now Hayton will pull it back for Ole Mata. And again, no Robert Bortuzzo right now. Puck is moved along. Kessering brings it in. Keller trying to set it up. And a chance and a whirling puck, and they can't finish it off. Hayton out high. Lamoureux. Barrett Hayton in the corner. Behind the net, Keller. Tied up by Savard. Nick Schmaltz. Lamoureux tried to poke it along. Schmaltz on the recovery there before it's taken away and dumped in by Heineman of Montreal.
Yeah, Nick Schmaltz wanted Maverick Lamoureux to move for a shot, and Lamoureux just misread Schmaltz's intentions there. That puck comes out.
1-1 game, 2 minutes remaining in the second period, and this one into the bench. And we will stop out. A good one tonight at Bell Center to wrap up the 4-game road trip. Gunther for Utah, Struble for the Canadians. Has some of the Giants in their crosshairs. Connor McDavid and Kyrie Irving, just two of the superstars facing the Jazz and the Utah Hockey Club this week. Big week, and it seems like every week is big on the SEG buzz, and just a normal week for all of us traveling, right? To Toronto, Montreal, Salt Lake City, Vegas.
Traveling road show continues.
Yeah, I guess so.
And how about those world-class players coming to Delta Center coming up?
You and I, we got to figure out a game. We got to get out and see the Jazz. This Logan Cooley will bring one along. Good young group as this one played down low. Dylan Gunther trying to set it up there. Caden Gooley tying him up. And a couple of players in there. Christian Dvorak as well. Dylan Gunther trying to free it. Jack McBain and now Logan Cooley coming in to take a look. Cooley will go after it. Around Brendan Gallagher, a couple of 11s there with Dylan Gunther. Kept, good effort. McBain, Gunther trying to drag it to the front, got upended. And it'll be turned by Gallagher. Brings it right back in and closing quickly. Ian Cole to help out his partner Maverick Lamoureux. Under a minute to go, period number 2 here tonight in Montreal. Lamoureux, he'll send one in. His game has been controlled here tonight. Stayed out of the penalty box. Lamoureux, and I would imagine the nerves probably starting to wear off a little bit now.
Yeah, that's a good point, Matt. I think as he settles in farther to this game, he should definitely get more comfortable. But a good sign in general for Utah. They haven't shot themselves in the foot yet with penalties or turnovers. It's a 1-1 game, but it's bound to be that way when you play a little bit more disciplined.
You made your NHL debut in this building as it'll be played into the corner. I would imagine nerves that night as we have a dozen seconds remaining in the second period. And played away. Suzuki. The backhand one deep. And the puck will go in behind the net. And that is going to do it here for the second period tonight at Bell Center in Montreal. So each team exchanging goals in that second frame, Dom, and a pretty good period of hockey.
Yeah, I think Utah's in a good spot, Matt. We've talked about learning to win, learning to play a disciplined game. Sometimes the scoreline will stay tight heading into the third period as long as you don't shoot yourself in the foot. And I think Andre Tourigny will be happy with where his team is at heading into the third.
End of 2 here tonight. And the goals, Dylan Gunther for Utah and Struble for the Canadians. Stick around. Sarah with Dylan Gunther, and then Kim and Nick back at our studios in Salt Lake City. A great intermission ahead for you. 1-1 the score in Montreal.
think using all different options and just staying with it. We had some good looks in the first, so nice to go in there.
It doesn't seem like the score is really indicative of the positives you guys are feeling right now. And what are those things?
Yeah, we're playing well, skating, getting it on their D, but it's still 1-1, so we got to find a way to get another one here and win this game.
What's it going to take to do one more?
I think just keeping it simple. Don't get frustrated. Don't change things just because we haven't scored yet.
Thanks, Dylan.
Thanks.
Guys?
We'll be right back with more of your second intermission report on the other side of these messages as the Utah Hockey Club looks to have some more success in the third period against Montreal. At 1 after the second period in Montreal, but earlier today in Salt Lake City, Utah, me, Kim Becker, Tyson Nash, and Nick Olczyk all paid a visit to the University of Utah Health, and we weren't the only ones that made a special visit there. Now, you all know November is Hockey Fights Cancer Month, and so we went along with the Stanley Cup to visit some patients and other people in the community. It was truly incredible, you guys. I know, Nick, you had a really personal moment.
Yeah.
Seeing your dad's name on the cup.
Yeah, there it is, bottom left of your screen there, as he won the cup in 1994 with the New York Rangers. But Tyson, I know you can attest to this. Anywhere the Stanley Cup goes, it is a magnet for attraction. People wanting to touch it, take pictures with it, hold it, look at it up close, and there we are.
Look at that crew. You didn't get the memo, the baby blue memo.
I was wearing baby blue underwear. Don't worry, Tyson.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
And those photos right there, they're currently having a viewing party at the American Cancer Society Hope Lodge. They are watching this game with the Stanley Cup. So just some really great stuff happening. A lot of smiles on patients' faces and a lot of people in the community. We talked to some of them as well. We'll have more on that Friday for Hockey Fights Cancer Month, or Hockey Fights Cancer here at Delta Center Friday night.
Yeah. I've seen that cup a number of times. I'll tell you what, it doesn't, I mean, cease to amaze me. Every time you see the kids, right, light up, the patients that came out to take pictures with it. It was a special, special day. Kissing babies and shaking hands today, right?
Exactly. And then a big night Friday night as the Edmonton Oilers will be here inside Delta Center taking on the Utah Hockey Club. That is Hockey Fights Cancer night here in Salt Lake City. We'll be right back with more. left to play inside of Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec. Kim Becker, Tyson Nash, Nick Olczyk with you here. It was Dylan Guenther to get one on the board for Utah shortly after Montreal ties it up. But the Utah Hockey Club has come out with a lot of pace since then. Yeah,
and Dylan was well documented, the incredible start that he had to the season. 5 goals in his first 3 games. Then went through a little bit of a tough stretch, but lately he's been finding the back of the net. This is the type of movement that you need on the power play. Not just moving the puck, but bodies moving as well, and taking chances to attack the net there for Dylan Guenther. Nick Schmaltz wins a race to a puck. And the key there for Clayton Keller is he moves that puck right away to Dylan Guenther, who found the exposed space, and that was a dart into the back of the net.
Yeah, the key play for me, again, Nick Schmaltz hunting that puck down, right? Puck retrieval, so key. Beautiful shot there as Montreal answers right back. The moving screen with Suzuki in the play, and then Utah just continues to push and pour it on, peppering the Montreal Canadiens goaltender, and I think they finished with 21-8 the shot. So they continued, they pushed the game along. I know the score is still tied at 1, but they do not need to put the show on, right? They're the road team. Montreal's gonna make some mistakes. Utah needs to capitalize.
And a really tough puck to stop for Karel Vejmelka on the Montreal goal, because there was not only a screen at the net front, but you had a bit of a moving drive-by screen as well from Nick Suzuki. I just felt like Karel was a little bit late to pick it up, and it was in that awkward spot right above the shoulder where you can't really get there with your glove. And in that case, obviously, with Karel Vejmelka being a right-handed catching goaltender, you really couldn't get there with the blocker either. There, you could just see he picked up just a second late, and all you can do is shrug your shoulder up. But I love what you made the point, Tyson, about the shift after the goal, right? Those so important, and that's why head coach Andre Tourigny trusts the big boys, the top line of Keller, Hayton, and Schmaltz, to go out there and try and get some momentum back, because that shift after a goal for or against either means that you get some mo back on your side or you continue it. I'd love to see that shift after the goal.
It's a big one. Bring it home.
Yeah. Bring it home is right. Another assist for Schmaltz as well.
Yes.
Just racking up those
no
assists.
Goals, but
no goals.
Ton of assists.
He'll get
both
there.
Clayton Keller and Nick Schmaltz on the assist there for Dylan Guenther. He will get there. But okay, so simplify the game, right? Keep it really simple for the next 20 minutes, because like you said, Montreal, they'll do whatever they need to do here. But you think these guys will come back?
Stay out of the box.
Stay out of the box.
That's the other thing.
There's
That's the message in the locker room, right? Coach doesn't even need to come in and say it.
No.
Everyone knows what needs to happen here, and it's stay out of the box, stay disciplined, and manage the puck correctly. So.
Managing the puck. That for me has been the key, because there were times in that second period, and Utah has fell victim to this year, where the game comes a little bit easier, they get some chances, and then they try to pass up shots. They look for the passing play, they look for the second play. In reality, in this third period, I think if you play a great first 5 or 6 minutes, you get a goal, you can really take away any sort of hope that the Montreal Canadiens have at trying to win this game, or at that point eventually come back. So I think straight ahead hockey, take the chances that are there and try and find a way to shut down the Canadiens.
And empty the tank.
Yeah.
Nothing to save it for, right?
You got a chance to make it a good road trip, right?
Well, exactly. And the 20 minutes right in front of you are exactly what they need to be thinking about. Don't quite think about getting home, Thanksgiving with your family.
No stuffing
you
quite yet,
seen your
Kim.
family, no, in a week.
No gravy
pie.
quite yet.
Not quite. It is focus on the next 20 minutes and just get her done. That's exactly what the Utah Hockey Club needs to do. You guys, I mean, this would be a great win for Utah coming home with 500, especially having the Edmonton Oilers in-house Friday night. So looking for a solid third period here inside of Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec. We will send you back out to Dom Moore, Matt McConnell, and Sarah Merrifield for the final period between Utah and Montreal.
Hockey Night in Utah, second intermission report, is presented by Jack in the Box.
2-1 game through 40 minutes of play. Gunther for Utah, Struble for the Canadians here tonight as we take a look at the numbers through 2 periods of play, presented by Common Spirit Health. Those own possession time aided by those power plays. A big edge to the Utah Hockey Club in that one. Shots on goal as well defensively. They have locked it down at times here tonight. And Dom, I know this one, when we travel around the circuit, there are certain people that we like to see, and I know that man there, Martin St. Louis, is somebody that you hold in high esteem.
Yeah, they played together in Tampa and in New York, and just an unbelievable leader. And one of my greatest memories, Matt, was in this building in the playoffs. And it was a playoff game. This was only a week after Marty St. Louis' mother passed away. And Marty and I were able to connect on this goal. Game 1 of the playoff series. And when Marty scored the goal, he looked up to the heavens. Team would attend his mother's funeral the very next day. Incredibly emotional goal for him and for me. And he is a true legend of the game and Hockey Hall of Famer as well.
And Sarah, I know you have more on this.
Well, I definitely sat in on the media scrum today with Martin St. Louis, and I asked him about playing with you, Dom, and he said affectionately that you were annoying in practice because you had such a high standard for yourself and everyone around you, which is, of course, a great thing. The other thing he mentioned was your infamous tennis and ping pong skills, and he said although he didn't, I guess, play to your level, he did win a few.
Well, I'll tell you, Sarah, what happened was we'd play about 3 games. I'd win them all. He'd say, let's go again. I'd play and we'd win 3 more. He'd say, let's go again. And then about the 9th game, I'd be tired and he'd win and he'd say, let's quit.
Always going on a winner, right? Marty St. Louis?
But to your question about the practice, that's something I definitely believe in. Not only do you have to bring the intensity in practice for your own game, but I think it makes everyone around you better as well. And to me, if you're going to be out there, you go all out.
Well, you saw there David Savard, a 10-minute misconduct at the 20-minute mark of that second period. So he is in the penalty box, and this one will be played all the way back, and Montembeault will play it around. No man advantage or anything like that, just a misconduct. Arbor Jackeye will play this one all the way down, and back to get it. Karel Vejmelka actually let it go, and Sergachev will try to move it up and out, and he does.
And you heard Dylan Gunther talking to Sarah talk about not getting frustrated if they don't get that goal. Stay patient. That's going to be the key here in the third.
Played into the corner. Dvorak's got it. Thrown to the front, and they score. Well, Alex Newhook has given the Canadians a 2-1 lead.
Well, one way you beat a hot goaltender is to catch him by surprise. And here the puck goes into the Utah zone, and it goes behind the goal line, and Montreal just throws it unexpectedly into the feet of Vejmelka. You'll see Vejmelka standing up, and totally out of the blue, they throw it into the feet. And then there's Canadians players waiting there to pick up the loose change.
Well, that's number 5 for Newhook, and it's a big goal. And for the first time tonight, Utah trails.
And for Montreal, they've been plagued by some of the similar issues that Utah has in terms of beating themselves in some games with penalties and turnovers, and so they'll be preaching the exact same thing. They stay patient as well in this game.
And behind the net, it'll be set up by Nick Schmaltz, and now he gives way. Mikhail Sergachev with it for Utah. Single assist to Christian Dvorak, and the goal comes at 36 seconds from Newhook, his 5th. And behind the net, Gouli has it. Off the boards, Newhook cut off by Olli Maatta. Good keep of the line. Keller, he shoots, and that goes off a skate.
Good step up from Olli Maatta there.
Newhook will play it along, and he dumps it into the corner. Sergachev. Jack McBain moves it for Cooley, and he'll get it right back. McBain in over the Canadiens line, fanned on a shot. McBain taking it in behind the net. Got cut off there.
It looked like could have been a penalty to me, Matt, taking out McBain there.
Justin Barron, the youngster, giveaway over the top of the net. A great look there for Heineman. Back in front. And Ian Cole looks to settle it down, and it's flipped back to center ice. Logan Cooley can't get it past Barron. Barron will turn the other way, and now the Canadiens will have to chase it down and set it up. 2.5 gone in this third period of play. And Newhook's goal is the difference so far as the shot goes wide. Mata laid it in behind the net and around now. Law upended. Only Mata on the pinch. Plays it down low. Michelli. They battle for it. 3 minutes gone here in the third period of play. Bjugstad trying to come up with it.
Yeah, Bjugstad trying to use his reach there to keep the pressure on without taking a penalty as well, Matt.
And it goes all the way back down, and Sergachev will move it, and we'll get a change. Changes on both ends. As Mikhail Sergachev will get it out. Stenlund, he'll dump it in. Now Sergachev goes to the bench, replaced by Cole, but we get a whistle on an offside.
No, another chance in front of the Utah net. Maverick Lamoureux has pressure. He's never a good idea, Matt, in my experience, to try to make a play while you're skating backwards. It always ends up where higher degree of a probability that you'll fan on that puck. That's exactly what Maverick Lamoureux does there. It goes right onto the stick of the Canadiens player in the slot.
We're going to mark this one back at center ice as the Canadiens have taken a 2-1 lead here early in this period on the Alex Newhook goal. Lane Hudson played back in. Olli Mata after it, rims it around. Keller couldn't get it out. Play there by Guhle to pinch, but puck goes all the way back down, and we'll get an icing call here against Utah. And now a quick word from America First Credit Union.
I'm Logan Cooley. And I'm Clayton Keller. Utah's our new team, and America First is our new credit union, the official credit union of Utah Hockey Club.
Face-off back in the defensive zone for Utah. By the way, that goal by Newhook is fifth. The assist going to Christian Dvorak and Arber Xhekaj at 46 seconds. Similar in a way, Dom, to what we saw Sunday in Toronto, in that Utah had the early lead. And now they have surrendered a couple of goals here.
Different as well, Matt, in that game there was a couple lapses from Utah that led to those Toronto goals. Tonight, not so much lapses. It's been a pretty disciplined game overall for Utah.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Just 10 shots allowed so far to this point as it goes over the top and high. And now right back comes Logan Cooley. He's got some room. Cooley is in, across, and a goal. And guess who? It's Jack McBain. He's on fire. And McBain has tied it at 2.
When we talked about playing a patient game, and there has not been lapses, and even though you're trailing, you stay patient. You know your opportunity will come. And guess what? There's a lapse from Montreal as Lane Hudson, the young defenseman, goes down and gets beat. And that sends Utah off on a 2-on-1. And how about the fake shot from Logan Cooley? He looks at the net, and that's when he makes the pass to McBain, who has his 8th goal of the season.
Jack McBain is first on the team in terms of goals scored since the 7th of November, and 11 overall in the NHL as we get a whistle on the icing call in that same period of time. He is just on fire.
And again, a patient game means you wait for the opposition to make a mistake. There's the pinch from Montreal that leads to the 2-on-1. and Utah is there to capitalize. So really good stuff here from Utah Hockey Club.
By the way, add an assist to Dylan Guenther, so he's got a 2-point game, a goal and an assist. Guenther extends his point streak to 3 games. Cooley ditto on the assist. He moves it to 3 games, and Jack McBain as well.
The deceptive part of playing that patient game is sometimes you don't have a lot to show for it, and Utah trailing 2-1, but they stay with it. Trust in that process.
Out high for Kesselring, sent it off the glass and wide. On it is Stenlund, cut off by Jack-Eye. Battle for it. Stenlund gets right back in there, feeds it around to Alexander Kerfoot. Kerfoot will play it down low, works it in behind the net. Kerfoot out high. Ian Cole sent wide. Michael Carcone looking to control and create here. Took it in behind the net. Josh Anderson for the Canadians trying to come away with it. Can't get it past Cole. Ian Cole had the board sealed up that time. Now Cole with a chance. He sent it wide. Oh, good look. Ian Cole on a wrist shot. Flipped out of there, and Gallagher now at the other end will chase it down for the Canadians. He got bumped off by, yes, Ian Cole, who was all the way back in the play.
That was good work from that line, and Michael Carcone in particular with a couple spin moves who set up Cole.
Ian Cole's had a real good game, and there's nothing new there. He is terrific. Suzuki, and he brings it to the line. But into the corner it goes, and around now, Lane Hudson. Locked away here, only Mata. When he moved it to Guenther, this one will go all the way back down, was rolling towards the net, so Montembeault steers it away. Off the bench goes Schmaltz. Utah picking it off. Cooley goes in behind the net. Schmaltz back out high. Maverick Lamoureux towards the front, sticked away, and now Montembeault will get a face-off. Well, they surrendered the lead, and Jack McBain gets it tied. 8 on the season, and deuces are wild tonight in Quebec.
Jack McBain who does it again. And that makes 3 games in a row going back to Saturday in Pittsburgh. A beautiful feed from Dylan Guenther, and then a goal to get within 1 in Toronto, and then here a huge goal for Utah. Beautiful feed from Logan Cooley, and McBain now second on the team and with 8 goals, Matt.
They talk in hockey, right, Tom, about opening up for the shot, and that's like almost showing yourself to the person that's going to pass, and he had the blade of his stick on. Wouldn't mind maybe taking another look at that at some point if we get a chance, as Newhook will play it in behind the net.
Yeah, the biggest thing with that, Matt, is the positioning of your feet.
Okay.
And McBain did an excellent job on that play.
Keller brings it in. Now he looks for an outlet, but taken away and cut off by Lane Hudson. And Schmaltz trying to move it along. Only Mata there, picked off, and Schmaltz fanned on it. Caulfield will bring it out. Cole Caulfield over the line. Caulfield still with a puck and a stop. Karel Vejmelka just kept moving along. They kept giving him the ice. Turn the other way as Michelli will flip it in.
I tell you, both coaches will be preaching the exact same thing on both benches. Stay patient. Wait for your opportunities.
Robert Lamoureux. Out of the zone it goes. Lamoureux recovers and he plays for Ian Cole. Evans for Jack-Eye. And dumped in as Lamoureux will go after it. Heineman to the line. And take it away. They try to spring it there for Logan Cooley. Races back. Montembeault poke it to the corner, so no icing. That's waved off, and Jack-Eye comes up with it. Played along back through center ice, deflected deep. Let's go downstairs. Injury update, Sarah. What do you got?
Robert Bortuzzo will not be in the rest of the game with a lower body injury.
All right, thanks for that, Sarah. And that was the collision in the second period. And so Utah will have to go the rest of the way with 5 defensemen. Dylan Gunther takes a shot, comes in front. McBain, why not? Spinorama shot for the hottest guy on the team, and be played away by Gooley. McBain locking it up as well. And now out of the zone as Armia now will spin inside of his own end. And Struble with one of the 2 goals tonight for Montreal, along with Alex Newhook. Kirby Dach. Now into the corner, Slafkovsky and Kerfoot. And taken away and out with it. Michael Carcone leads the rush. Carcone's shot blocked away. Ends up behind the net. Stenlund tried to pick that one off and get it in front. He can't. Stenlund in behind the net. Move it around. Pinched that time by Lamoureux. Cole. And denied. And Armia out on left wing. Kirby Dach with it. Dach dangles it to the front. Took down the goaltender. And looks like a penalty coming up here, a holding call against Utah.
Now this was a one-on-one situation with the rookie Maverick Lamoureux. It was Kirby Dach, the Canadiens player, a highly skilled player with reach.
Utah,
and Dach
10,
makes a little move. It gets around Lamoureux, who has to haul him down.
A lot of speed, Kirby Dach, and took out Karel Vejmelka. So the youngster Lamoureux off for holding, 9:18, time of the minor.
As Dach had that puck on his forehand, Lamoureux kind of put himself in a position to block a shot, and so when Dach pulled it between his own legs, that's what allowed him to get around the backside of Lamoureux. Easier to do, excuse me, Matt, when you have the reach of a player like Kirby Dach.
Well, for sure, and he is a big player. Lane Hudson will bring it along. Sergachev and Cole out there along with Logan Cooley and Jack McBain to kill off this Canadiens power play. Brought in, Armia will set it up. And it comes out front and poked away. Lunging was Logan Cooley to get it back to center ice.
Good desperation there from Logan Cooley defensively.
And he goes to the bench, so they get Kevin Stenlund out there. Stenlund with Sergachev, Cole, and Jack McBain. Forced along. And now into the corner, Heineman will spin it around. Gallagher out at the right point. Hudson right back. Now Hudson holding on to it. Denied, and McBain with a clear up the ice.
Outstanding play from Jack McBain. Scores the tying goal, and then some excellent penalty killing there as well.
And a new unit of 4 here on the penalty kill. 55 to go on the man advantage for the Canadiens. Alex Kerfoot all over the puck. Poked along there by Lawson Krause, and we'll get a whistle here on the offside.
A heck of a job here from the Utah penalty killers. We saw McBain a moment ago, and then it's Alexander Kerfoot up the ice, applying pressure, so they are focused and determined here. Let's take a look at the play from McBain. Takes the pass away and then uses his feet as well to get in the lane of that pass.
Well, 49 seconds left in the Montreal power play. And Hudson in behind the net. Lane Hudson. And he drops it right back. Suzuki comes with it with speed. Got it. Dot. Back out high, Hudson. Fans want him to shoot. He passes on it. Suzuki. Now Suzuki back out high. Hudson for Doc. 19 to go on the power play. Hudson goes across. Suzuki. And this one taken away and out of the zone as Alex Kerfoot will deflect one all the way down. And that's pretty much going to do it for the power play for the Canadians. Just a couple of seconds left. And it'll be brought back to center as Gouli will bring it in, and Lamoureux stays on the ice. He's out of the penalty box, and the PK unit gets it done again. Gouli out high. And now Jake Evans. Played it in behind the net. Back out high. Gouli. Anderson with it. Evans now. Gouli. Savard, and this one up into netting, and we'll get a face-off and a stoppage. Good game here tonight at Bell Center. Gunther and McBain, the goal scorers for Utah.
From the Utah penalty killing unit as they kill off and preserve this tie game. And it started with just applying pressure. The key, Matt, is to be able to read where the play is going next. And if you'll keep an eye on the Utah players at the top, first it's going to be Alexander Kerfoot. He reads where and now watch Cole. He sees where the puck is going to go and gets there early. And this time it'll be Krause at the end going, applying pressure, keeping the Canadians on the run.
Yeah, it's just that split second of anticipation, right, that makes all the difference in the world.
There's two kinds of pace in this game, Matt. One is the pace you can apply with your feet. The other is what you can apply with your head and how quickly you think the game.
Well, that's where I'd probably be in trouble. Is this one played out of the zone? That's where you excelled, though, as it's played in behind the net. Sent around by Savard. Caulfield. Played around. Barrett Hayton looking to set it up. Ole Mata pitching right point. He'll get it down low. Utah looking to go to work here with 7:40 remaining in a regulation. Trying to go 500 on this Eastern swing. They'll head home after this one tonight. Get ready for the Edmonton Oilers and Connor McDavid, who comes into Delta Center on Friday as we get a whistle and a stoppage. And now a word from Any Hour Services.
Any Hour Services here with another game time tip to help keep your furnace out of the penalty box this winter. It's a good idea to replace the batteries in your thermostat. Did you even know your thermostat had batteries?
I did. I've replaced him a lot of times. As you take a look at Clayton Keller.
I might have to call you over, Matt.
No
for some
chance.
home maintenance work.
No chance.
Are you available any hour as well?
For the right price, probably. As this one played out. And now here's a 2-on-1. Comes right back. Heineman shoots and a stop off the shoulder and the blocker of Karel Vejmelka there. Into the corner. Waugh and Cooley, and now behind the net, Ian Cole comes away with it.
Get the feeling that the Montreal Canadiens are not going to catch Karel Vejmelka by surprise anymore. He looks dialed in.
Ian Cole, both goaltenders have been good here tonight. Logan Cooley cutting to the middle, denied, forced out, and now Olli Maatta. Change on here for Utah. Struble in behind the net for the Canadiens. They'll bring it out. Josh Anderson played in behind the net. Olli Maatta to the far board. Sergachev. And cleared all the way back down. Montembeault to play.
Usually the goaltenders want to move that puck on their forehand, Matt, so you can read that.
This one taken away. Sergachev back to center. Maccelli to Sergachev. Right to the front. Almost handcuffed Montembeault. And boy, hard to the front that time. And now Sergachev having words with Gallagher. And we'll see Jack-Eye steps in as well.
Well, Brendan Gallagher, he's a player that likes to get under the opposition's skin, and he knows that he's got Mikhail Sergachev right where he wants him here.
Now Lawson Crouse comes in. David Savard's got a hold of somebody, and welcome to Tuesday night.
And Arber Xhekaj attacking Lawson Crouse from behind.
Xhekaj can throw him, and Crouse gets right back up.
Crouse saying, if you want to go, why not just ask? Don't just grab me from when I can't see you. And this all started with the play around the net. Brendan Gallagher getting under the skin of Mikhail Sergachev, but Utah taking a page with the surprise shot out of the Montreal Canadiens playbook. Trying to catch Montembeault by surprise with a bad angle shot, and Matias Maccelli just going to the net as he should, and they a little take exception to that.
Yeah, well, they get Savard, and Savard was right in the middle of it. Maccelli, the epicenter of all of this, and so Savard has a seat.
Would expect that Montreal should get the extra penalty here, Matt. It was David Savard in front of the net, roughing up Maccelli at first. Certainly Sergachev was involved later. But you'd think that the extra should go to Montreal after the referees convene here.
Michel Cormier talking to our referees, Trevor Hansen and Pierre Lambert.
And you'll see the referees do this from time to time. They'll convene, get the linesmen involved to see what they saw to get the calls right. And Brendan Gallagher just laughing on the bench because he knows he's done his job trying to...
Montreal 58's got a minor penalty for elbowing. Utah 98's got a minor penalty for roughing. 4-on-4.
All right.
Now the referees wanting to even up the penalties here. So it will be 4-on-4. A little more extra space here for both teams.
David Savard.
And the difference, though, is that Mikhail Sergachev is a more important player to Utah than David Savard is to the Canadiens. Sergachev plays all situations, most important defenseman on the team.
Not to mention, this now makes 4 defensemen available for Utah because of no Robert Bortuzzo, who was injured earlier.
That's a great point as well, Matt. So Utah, for this 4-on-4, a lot of open space, but undermanned on the defensive side. So expect to see a lot of Olli Maatta and Michael Kesselring on this 4-on-4.
Well, we're going to see him right away, too, Dom. They're out there along with Alexander Kerfoot and Clayton Keller.
We will see impossible for those two to play the whole 4-on-4, and we will see Cole and Maverick Lamoureux on the next shift. Something to watch for here.
Caden Gooley looks to move it along. Cole Caulfield with it. And he'll pull it back and get it set up. Nick Suzuki, so the big two guns out there right now for the Canadians, Caulfield and Suzuki. Caulfield's got it in the corner, 4-on-4 for the next couple of minutes. Gooley and now Caulfield. Caulfield cutting to the middle, but it's denied and forced out.
Yeah, good stick by Olli Maatta there.
Ian Cole right off the bench. Deflected. And now Kerfoot will settle it down.
And Alexander Kerfoot wanted to turn that puck back to keep possession. He didn't realize Olli Maatta was changing.
Maverick Lamoureux behind the net now. Ian Cole with it.
Prime Utah here just want to keep possession of the puck, not try to force any plays.
Yeah, and that's that situational awareness already down to defenseman is Barrett Hayton will bring it along. And across now, Nick Schmaltz. He shoots, deflected wide. Schmaltz goes after it, taken away though. In behind the net, Schmaltz will set it up. He's got a little time and space, so out high for Cole. Maverick Lamoureux. He tries to send one towards the front, and this one over the glass and out of play. 31 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Karel Vejmelka's been good tonight. Can he carry it home in a 2-2 tie? The goal scorers tonight, Alex Newhook, his fifth, made it 2-1 Canadians. On the left, Jack McBain with his eighth. And a good one here tonight.
Yeah, there's that surprise attack from Montreal, putting it into the feet of Vejmelka, and then Utah capitalizing off the mistake of Montreal off the rush. A beautiful play, great execution from Cooley and McBain.
And Cooley on the faceoff here against Christian Dvorak.
Good help from Jack McBain there off that faceoff.
Logan Cooley goes off his boot and in behind the net for McBain. Now McBain getting held onto by Cooley. Play rolls on. Olli Maatta down low on the pinch. Played by Kesselring. Michael Kesselring goes to the middle. Kesselring gets a shot away and a stop there. Might have glanced off a defender.
Now there's that footwork from Michael Kesselring, using his reach as well. That had to be a good save from Montembeault.
Yeah, we are really seeing what Michael Kesselring can do on the ice this season. He's off to a terrific start here this season. Played along right to the line, and we get a whistle here on the offside. They're going to bring the face-off out. So 3:50 remaining, and Kesselring on it again.
Yeah, just incredible to have this type of footwork and movement from a player of Kesselring's size. And he can shoot the puck as well. So young defenseman still getting better day by day.
Utah wins the draw. Ian Cole, and he sends one in. Back out high, good hustle. Keller keeps the play in the offensive zone. Sergachev now, and Ian Cole. Cole sends it down the boards. Ian Cole takes a shot from behind. Heineman got him right in the back, and here comes the Canadians. And a chance set wide that time by Evans. And Cole again. Back to center ice where Struble will set it up. Utah going for a change. 3:12 remaining in regulation. 2-2 the score. Utah led 1-0, trailed 2-1, and then tied it on the McBain goal at 2. Now right back. Here's a chance, and it's Carcone denied by Montembeault. Out high, Olimata towards the front. That went wide. And Gallagher will look to get it out. Olimata has it, and he'll try to play it along, but taken away. Good keep there and sent in behind the net where Vejmelka will steer it around, and Kerfoot comes up with it.
And Utah capitalizing when the opportunity arises. Little mistakes by Montreal.
Kerfoot, and now Stenlund picks up the loose puck. Kevin Stenlund, good protection to the puck there, out high. Sergachev. Now Sergachev thought about it, across, and Stenlund, the shot is steered away by Montembeault. Carcone's got it. Ian Cole goes in behind the net, taken away by Josh Anderson. And Brendan Gallagher will get it out. Alex Kerfoot gets in the way of that. Utah on a line change. They get Cooley back out. Logan Cooley will send one in. And behind the net, McBain tried to come up with it, but Nick Suzuki there for the Canadians. Hudson. Right back to the line, denied by Kesselring. Utah wants to go. Here they go. Cooley. Logan Cooley out high. Kesselring with a shot. That goes wide. And in behind the net by McBain, and he floats one to the front, but denied by Hudson. And Kesselring will try to get it off the boards. Hudson follow-up, though, and Struble has it. As he brings our, usually that was Suzuki, and turned the other way by Logan Cooley.
A good stick defensively there from Dylan Gunther, just inside the Utah blue line. Wins that puck back. Utah gets the clear again.
Around the boards and out, Sergachev. And he plays it right back in. Cooley up the boards. Under a minute remaining in regulation. 2-2 tie. And right back comes Joel Armia. Cole got upended. Evans out high. Struble's got it, but it's blocked away. Nick Schmaltz. This one to the front. Oh, and a stop on a broken play. Karel Vejmelka might have saved the game there.
Now Ian Cole got his feet taken out and fell down and then recovered. Keep an eye right side of your screen. Cole, Montreal Canadiens player, takes his feet out, kicks his feet out, and then Cole comes back and it bounces off his skate, nearly a chance in front for the very player who took his feet out in the first place.
What a look. Jake Evans and Vejmelka. That's a game saver right there. Back out high it goes. Savard, he'll dump it in behind the net. 40 seconds to go in regulation. Sergachev with the takeaway. And here comes Utah. Clayton Keller. Kerfoot with it. Alexander Kerfoot trying to spin off. Struble that time got upended. Hyman now for Montreal. Sergachev trying to keep the zone. Forced out. Keller will send back in. And now Struble with it for the Canadians. Evans, he'll dump one in. 10 to go in regulation. Kesselring brings it across. McBain, maybe one final shot. Drops it. Cooley. And he got upended by Gallagher, and that's it. End of regulation, and we're headed to overtime.
Again, Brendan Gallagher, Canadiens player, takes the legs out of Logan Cooley, who had a shot right at the buzzer. That play started from a great defensive breakout play from Michael Kesselring up the ice.
So we're headed to overtime, and one of the big reasons is this save by Karel Vejmelka, robbing Jake Evans in front. OT is next. Montreal, Utah 2, and the Montreal Canadiens 2. Utah's 3-3 in overtimes, and the Canadiens so far this season 0 for 2. You see Karel Vejmelka. One thing I love they do in overtime too, Dom, is they switch ends. The goaltenders switch ends, which means you've got the long change, and I think it opens the game up a little bit. It has the potential for sure.
It makes it so much more difficult because possession, the name of the game in overtime. Harder to get that puck back if you lose it.
Lane Hudson in the corner, stripped away. Gunther's got it out high. And now Dylan Gunther will bring it right back. And Sergachev now for Gunther.
Sergachev approaching 3.5 miles skated in this game.
Wow. Dylan Gunther will bring it in. He's in there with Keller. Keller to the front. He's denied. And Suzuki will get it out and play back where Sergachev will handle for Utah.
Yeah, good defensive play there from the captain for Montreal, Nick Suzuki.
Keller is replaced by Logan Cooley. It's Gunther, Cooley, and Sergachev. Logan Cooley going wide. He shoots, and that goes off the stick of Suzuki and out of play, so we'll get a face-off.
Yeah, 3-on-3 suits itself very well to a player like Logan Cooley, who one of the most gifted one-on-one players in the league. With his combination of his agility and his skill, he can beat players one-on-one, and when there's only 3 on the ice, such an asset. As soon as you beat one player, someone else has to come to you, and that means, guess what? Somebody else is open, right, Matt?
Absolutely. Peyton, Schmaltz, Mott, the threesome right now for Utah. Evans out there with Kirby Dach and Caden Gooley for the Canadiens. Gooley has it. He'll move it along. Olli Maatta swats at it. Evans in the corner, plays it in behind the net. And now Gooley will pull it back. Kirby Dach with it. This is more of the possession that Dom was just talking about.
This is where you have to manage your energy too. When you don't have the puck, don't work too hard defensively before you need to. Save some gas in the tank in case you really do need to defend with everything you have.
Dach's got it, drops it. Gooley's going to take a shot. That was denied by Vejmelka and forced all the way back. So see right now, Utah can't get any fresh bodies on the ice. Now they will. Hayton will go, and Logan Cooley right back out. But here comes Newhook, drops it off. And Cooley all over his man. He can't get it out. Hudson, nearly had it. And play it into the corner. Logan Cooley trying to take it away from Newhook. Can't do it. Well, Newhook in behind the net. Flips it out high. Hudson's got it.
Lane Hudson, so dangerous in this situation.
Certainly is. Newhook over to Hudson.
You got a good player on him, someone who can match his feet, Logan Cooley.
Newhook drops it. Heineman. Now Heineman to the front, denied. Owen Cooley right there to pick it off.
I just mentioned Logan Cooley defending Lane Hudson. Great job from Cooley.
Ole Mata with it. Now Mata will spin out of a hit. And right back to center for Keller. Clayton Keller holding across Gunther. Back out high. Sergachev, he's got room. Drops it, denied. And Dylan Gunther comes all the way back to try to play the puck.
Yeah, great recovery from Dylan Gunther there. Mikhail Sergachev wanted to draw players to him and pass it for a one-time option to Keller.
Across, Cooley and his shot. Denied by Vejmelka. Suzuki will bring it back, and now Caulfield sets it up. Nick Suzuki with it. As the Canadians reset here. Suzuki will bring it in. Drops it. Doc. He's got room. He shoots. Nobody seems to know where the puck is, but it's picked off, and now Dylan Gunther will get it out.
This is where it's key for Utah to get a change. Players, they have the puck, but the players out there are tired, so Gunther buying time for Keller and Sergachev to make their way to the bench, and now Gunther himself will go to the bench. Well executed there.
Well, Jack McBain doesn't want to give it up, so he'll feed it out high. Alexander Kerfoot looks around. Kerfoot shoots, blocked away. On it is Savard. McBain tries to pick it off. Comes in front. Kesselring out high. Barron without a stick. Kessering's got it.
Another good option here is to try to run a pick where you get in front of the opposition, free up some space for a teammate.
A good look there for Kesselring, but McBain couldn't come down with a loose rebound. Stolen away momentarily by Kerfoot, but played away by Doc. And now Barrett Hayton will move it along, and Sergachev looks to set it up.
Heck of a shift from Alexander Kerfoot there, winning pucks back. Not so easy to do at 3-on-3.
Now a chance, Nick Schmaltz. Schmaltz to the front, they score! OT winner! Mikhail Sergachev, let's get out of here and let's go home!
Well, at nearly 4 miles of skating is what it took for Mikhail Sergachev to finish this game off. And how about the playmaking and patience from Nick Schmaltz as he holds on to this puck, makes his way around the defender. This puck is going to come back up and around. Here's Schmaltz, holds onto it, eyes up the whole way, and there's Sergachev on the back post. Schmaltz has his eyes up all the way. And for Utah, their patience, not only on this play, but throughout this game, has paid off with 2 huge points.
Schmaltz and Hayton assisting on the Sergachev goal, his 6th. It is an OT winner tonight in Montreal, and it's a 500 road trip. This back and forth battle ends with Utah winning it. Kim, Nick, and Tyson, they're going to break it down from the Mountain Blue Studios. Kim, what do you got?
It's undefeated.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I dusted it off the horse blanket.
I was sitting on my hands the whole game because Tyson said, I'm undefeated in this outfit. And I was like, you just totally jinxed us. We'll have your post-game coverage here at a hockey night in Utah on the other side of this. 3-2 final score from Montreal. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. score in overtime from Montreal. It was Mikhail Sergachev with the overtime winner and his 6th goal of the season. He was just with Sarah Merrifield.
Mikhail, that last goal had to have felt good, especially after such a long overtime shift.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long game too. You know, a lot of penalties and a lot of emotion go into that game, so it felt good.
How do you describe a game like that for your team?
It's big. You know, both teams are fighting for a playoff spot and fighting for wins. So it means a lot for both teams, but we come on top. I'm happy.
To walk away from this road trip 500, going back home, how big of a deal is that, especially in terms of momentum?
Yeah, especially after the last game, you know, we knew we played good. We just didn't get the result we wanted. Today we played good and got the result. It feels great. Just got to keep it going.
Enjoy this one with your team.
Thank you.
Guys?
All right, well, you guys know what I think did the trick there for Mikhail Sergachev. Hold me back real quick. Hold me back. It was this.
Oh,
it was the
fake punch.
It was the fake punches.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think you saw some emotion in his eyes after that happened during that third period?
Did flinch.
Yeah.
Not to mention the 31 minutes he played.
Not to mention that. I know you see him just defeated. He's like, that was a long game.
And Dom Moore said over 3 miles skated in the game. So it was over 4 miles. Yeah, I mean, just unbelievable. He had 3 hits. He had a couple of block shots, too. Just a whale of a game. And these are the moments where you need your best guys to come through, right, Tyson? And Mikhail Sergachev has been everything that you need in a #1 defenseman this year.
This is why Bill Armstrong went out and got Sergachev for this moment.
They had to pay a big price.
Yeah, they did. But you're happy to, right? Because those type of players are the guys who win you the big games, right? They found a way to win tonight, and that's a big thing.
Yeah, 4 games on the road. The last one ending in overtime. You know, they've got some tired legs heading on to that plane. But let's take a look at the full game here and what went down in Montreal against one of the most historic teams in the league.
Well, chances in the first period for Utah. I mean, they got their defensemen involved a ton. There, Ian Cole, he had 2 great looks in the opening frame. And Tyson, a couple looks on the power play early, too, which eventually led to a goal that happened just after a power play here for Dylan Guenther, but they set the foundation of attacking and shooting in the first period.
Yeah, spreading it around on that little shot. Look at Guenther. He doesn't have he's not tickling the rafters with his stick. It's a quick little snapper element, a surprise, number 10 on the season for him. Didn't love this, though. The Montreal Canadiens, they answer right back just seconds after that Guenther goal. Nick Suzuki, the moving screen on Karel Vejmelka, who lost sight of the puck for just half a second.
And then pretty early in the third period, Montreal dumps the puck in. Looked like Karel Vejmelka was not anticipating this puck to be thrown back to the front of the net by the Chicago native Christian Dvorak. And then there was Alex Newhook there to bury it home. And what a pass here, Tyson, from Logan Cooley. A deceptive pass. Doesn't look once at Jack McBain. Once he gets to the top of the circle right there. That is selling the pass by lying with your eyes. What a great play.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. The hot stick of McBain, too. Karel Vejmelka with some big saves late in this game. That one in particular right there. Ian Cole defending, knocking guys down in front. Got to pay a price, and then OT. Does it get any better than this?
It's Nick Schmaltz that's going to get the assist.
17th on the season.
No goals, but 17 assists. I mean, that is near the league lead in assists among all NHL players this year. And give credit to Mikhail Sergachev. He was able to just get on the other side as Schmaltz does a beautiful job in getting past Kirby Dach with the long reach that Nick Schmaltz has. And then speaking about getting past, Mikhail Sergachev able to fend off with the right side of his body. Jake Evans present his stick as an option. And all he had to do, as Happy Gilmore would say, is give it a little tap, tap, taparoo into the back of the net right over the goal line. But look, overtime, Tyson, as we know, it's about possessing the puck, executing on plays, but also supporting your teammates, and that's exactly what Utah did for the majority. They found a way to get it done.
Yeah, and we've seen this team, obviously, earlier in the season, right, find ways to lose. Yeah. Not here tonight. 4 games in 6 nights. Yeah. That was the last one. I thought that was one of their best games. They let the puck do the work. They played fast, they played heavy, and very opportunistic in how they went about their business.
And 4 road games in a week, you know they got to be tired. So to play a game like that at this point in the season, right, knowing you're coming home for Thanksgiving. But I just want to say a quick thing about Nick Schmaltz. I'm not laughing because he has no goals, because those assists are so filthy, and you need those. I mean, you need a guy that can set up or score her probably more than you need the scorer sometimes, because just like Logan Cooley's no-look pass to Jack McBain, you know, I mean, those goals wouldn't happen without those assists. So shout out to Nick Schmaltz. He's playing really well.
I know that is a storyline that he hasn't scored. I get it. But for everything else that he's been doing, the back checking, the assists, close to half of his assists are primary assists, meaning that he's the one making the pass to the eventual goal scorer, just like he did for Mikhail Sergachev there. You love to see him get his first, and I know it's weighing on him, but everything else he's doing, he's finding ways to help the team. And when you're not scoring, you got to help the team. So he's doing it by assisting, and he's also doing it by working hard and back checking. That's been very apparent to me this year.
I can promise you, there's not a coach in that locker room that cares whatsoever that Nick Schmaltz has a donut, right? I mean, yeah, Jack McBain, 8 goals. I mean, Schmaltz is the only one that really cares, right? Yeah. But he is contributing in so many other ways.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. All right, well, we've got more of your post-game coverage on the other side of these messages. Let's take one more look at this no-look pass. Look at this, Logan. And boom.
It's a beauty.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, you guys. Not a whole lot of shots from Montreal, so not a whole lot of saving, but hey, got the trick done.
He will take it after the rubber that he has faced. He's been the Michelin man on this road trip, starting every game for the Utah Hockey Club, and he has been brilliant. He made the saves that he was supposed to make, really, in this game. Maybe the one soft one that he wasn't ready when Dvorak put it on the net for Newhook to bang it home, but otherwise, a picture-perfect game for me from Karel Vejmelka once again. Liked everything I saw in this one, Nick.
Especially a couple of saves that he made towards the end of the game. And Kim, I think you're doing an excellent representation of exactly how Karel Vejmelka plays goal. The bending technique in the knees, the hand positioning on the stick, the right hand as in the catching glove. I mean, I think that's absolutely perfect. If we could find a way to get his pads, if we got his pads, it'd be perfect. Hammy. But I will say,
my glutes are tired.
One thing so impressive lately about Karel Vejmelka, his last 6 starts, goals against, 3-1-1, 3-1-2. That is giving your team a chance.
Yeah.
So he has done his job. Now, has the run support always been there? No. Tonight there was, but I mean, he has been absolutely stellar. And Tyson, you've watched him very closely for a long time. How about the evolution of his game? What have you seen?
I've seen this guy be so rock-solid. This guy could be a #1 goaltender. There's no question. He has the ability, right? I think last year he certainly had an off year for himself. I think he only had 13 wins on the season in 39 games. But this guy, the size of him, right? 6'5", 225 pounds. So he's got the frame. And when he's not flopping around in that blue paint, that's when you can tell he is in that zone. And Karel Vejmelka, the name, right? Yeah. That should be like a Starbucks drink.
I know.
Like, I'm going.
Give me the Vejmelka.
I'm going tomorrow. Yeah, he deserves
it.
Vejmelka. Yeah. Hydrate the guy.
Right? Utah's pretty lucky to have two pretty great goalies. Obviously, Connor Ingram injured right now, but to have a backup, again, in quotes, like Karel Vejmelka. I mean, not a lot of hockey teams in the league are in that condition with their goalies.
And all of a sudden now, when Connor Ingram comes back, it makes a decision really difficult, which is a good problem to have if you're a head coach Andre Tourigny and the staff, and great goaltending coach Corey Schwab as well. So all of a sudden now you got two guys that are going to fuel a lot of confidence within the group. And the last thing I will say really quickly is on some teams when you have your starting goaltender, Tyson, and you know this for all the years that you played in the league, when your starter's in net, it allows you to play on your toes. It allows you to be aggressive. And then when your backup's in, you're kind of like, maybe I'm not going to pinch. Maybe I'm not going to be aggressive because I'd rather err on the side of defense so we don't give up an odd man rush. But that's not the sense at all that I get in this group. Equally as confident in Vejmelka as they are in Ingram.
They were dialed. I think the coach, we're going to see a big smile on his face, like pieces, building blocks, he called it. Tonight was a complete team effort.
Well, you know who probably has a big smile on his face right now? Maverick Lamoureux. He was with the media after the game.
All right, let's start with the personal emotions. How does finishing a game here in Montreal feel?
It feels pretty good, that's for sure, especially having a win. That's what I told you before the game. We needed a win to finish that trip, but winning always feels good.
As far as what you guys saw out there tonight, you guys, figured it out by the end. You didn't get the emotions too low. How did you guys finish this one and not allow that to happen?
Like you said, I feel like we stayed calm the all game, especially in overtime. Finally, we had some success in overtime. And having Sergei scored here, I think that was definitely a special moment for him.
And how does it feel to, give some goal support to Karel Vejmelka, who's been so solid on this road trip?
Yeah, he's been playing so good for us. He stepped up really well. So having him play that well now and having him have a win, definitely I feel we needed to do that for him.
And going 500 on the road trip before you go home, what does that do for the room?
Yeah, we always want to win as much as we can, so definitely being 500 is always good for the team.
We were right, big smile, and look at that. Some awesome signs for the hometown kid tonight. 3-2 final score for Montreal. We'll be right back with more. his 8th of the season. That no look pass, right here from Logan Cooley, and then just Jack McBain ready to go. Boom. He's been playing awesome the last few
Kim,
games.
all trip. We saw the goal in Pittsburgh. We saw the goal against the Toronto Maple Leafs, and of course tonight here against the Montreal Canadiens. I think the one common theme, Tyson, that we've seen with Jack McBain is he goes to the net.
Yeah.
Like that is as much of a part of his game as there is any, is he goes to the net, he hangs around, he goes there off the rush, and he's got such a nose for it because it's all about the timing for me. And I loved what he did on the goal tonight, where he opened up and presented himself on a beautiful pass from Logan Cooley.
6 goals. What was it, 6 goals in 8 games?
In 9
I mean,
games,
it's absolutely ridiculous what this guy is doing. And
how many last year did he have?
He had 8 total.
8 total.
But he's still playing the way he's supposed to play, right? Yeah. He's still heavy. He's still physical. He's still fighting. Those are the good things, and now he's scoring. So you love to see that, no question. What a beautiful play by Cooley, though.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome stuff there. Well, I think we've got a little breakdown to do, right? Dylan Guenther, shall we?
Yeah, the power play was really feeling it tonight because of how they were moving the puck. They were direct. So let's let this first game look run. We're going to play it, and we're just going to let it go. We're not going to do any pauses, but everybody just watch the puck. Don't even worry about any players. The puck movement, retrieving pucks and getting it back there from Nick Schmaltz, not wasting any time on a pass right through the slot from Clayton Keller. Now we're going to enter the replay look, and we're going to look for a pause. Not quite yet. But Clayton Keller does a nice job attacking back to the point. That's Logan Cooley. He's now going to dive down. Let's freeze it here. So the rule of thumb for Dylan Guenther is when this puck is at the point, he goes to the net. He's helping being a screen option, right? And recently, it's been Logan Cooley that was moved onto this top line, no longer Barrett Hayton. So you'll see Cooley at the net, but it's the interchanging, the pushing, the pulling of trying to force these penalty killers to become extended. Why? Because then that's going to leave more space on the interior in the inside for Utah to try and escape. But Dylan Guenther is now going to move from the net to the side of the net once this puck moves its way over to Mikhail Sergachev. So let's let it go. Now it goes to Sergachev, freeze. Dylan Guenther, right here, with his stick, right here, presenting it as an option. He wants this puck from Mikhail Sergachev. So now Sergachev has options. He can look to the middle for Nick Schmaltz. That's not really there because Arbor Jackie's taking it away. He could shoot, but you're looking for a better play, or he could try and make a pass through 2 guys, more of a high-risk play, to get it to Logan Cooley on the backside. But all Dylan Guenther is going to do is he's going to receive the puck, spin to his backhand, and try and make a play across. Let's let it play. Doesn't end up working out, but Utah stays with it. That's where you got to give a lot of credit to Nick Schmaltz. Staying with the puck, staying with the battle, and now let's freeze this here. So Clayton Keller, the importance here is that once he gets the puck, he's able to move it right away. There's no hesitation. If there's hesitation, then that allows the Montreal Canadiens to get back in the passing lane. Because look, you've got 3 Canadians in the circle, which means that there could only be 1 at the net front, and if my math is correct, 0 on the side of the ice where Dylan Guenther is. So it's moving the puck, and getting it back ASAP. Let's let the rest of the play run. It's a perfect pass. And then the thing I love that Dom Moore said is the movement of Dylan Guenther. Remember we talked about where he was down at the front of the net, Tyson? And then once he realized that Schmaltz was going to win the race, and then the puck then went to Clayton Keller, he jetted out into that open space to create the lane, and then the quick shot, right? On and off the stick. That was the key, was the one-timer. So you really don't draw it up any better than that, because it seemed like tonight each player on the power play was a threat to shoot and to make a play.
Yeah, just a lot of good things in that play to like, right? Nick Schmaltz, #1, got another assist on that play because he's hunting pucks. Clayton Keller, the passing ability, and Dylan Guenther, as you said, popping out, finding that good ice, and then you let the shot. That's his #1 asset. We saw it. He doesn't need to have the big one-timer like an Ovechkin, right? He's more like a Steven Stamkos, just a half little snapper. And does he get some heat on it? He's not even a grown man yet. This guy's still a young kid, right? 21 years of age. Wait till he grows into that body.
Well, and Clayton Keller, another one who hasn't been on the scoring sheet lately, but like you said, good passes, still supporting his team out there, doing some really
like
good
me
stuff.
and Tyson.
Great passes. All right, you guys practice that. Let's
I'll give
hear
it to you
from
in
head
5
coach
pieces.
Andre Tourigny. Let's see if he's got a smile on his face. Whoa!
All right. What does this game define your team as after something like that?
Well, yeah, there's two ways to look at it. I think glass half empty and half full. I think we played really good. You know, it's tough to believe we win in OT. I think we played solid defensively. I think our goalie made key stop at key moment. I think our power play were moving the puck really, really well. I thought we stayed out of the box for the most part. The only one we took was to defend scoring chance, which is okay. I like a lot of stuff. I like our resilience. I like the fact we stay with it. We kept attacking. We kept putting pressure on them. So that's a big win.
We talk about managing emotions a lot in terms of this game and not getting too high or too low. What did you see, or what do you look for when a game goes the way it does tonight?
They score right away at the start of the third. That could have gone either way. We could have force the play, turn the puck over, and do those kind of things. But no, we stay with it, and we didn't generate as much offense in the third, obviously. But at the same time, the road game, end of the road trip for us, 4 games in 6 nights. We just wanted to make sure we didn't shoot ourselves in the foot, and by giving a non-man rush or a turnover or something like that. So I think the boys did a really good job to have a good balance of managing the puck, keep playing offense, but playing smart hockey.
I'm sure it's good to give goal support to Karel Vejmelka, especially after this road trip.
That's unreal. He's playing well, but he didn't get spoiled from our offense so far. But at the end of the day, we won 2 out of 4 in that road trip. The other 2 games were 1 shot away, so we're coming.
How does this game fit in the building blocks as you continue to improve, 1% better every day?
Yeah, I think the way we played, generate enough offense. We played good defense. Like I said, I won't repeat everything I said, but special team and everything, I think we're heading in the right direction. We have a tough stretch heading up. Well, first we'll have time to rest, but then we have a few really good opponent to face next week in Edmonton and Dallas and Vegas. So.
Well, some great questions from Sarah Merrifield there. Some great stuff from head coach Andre Tourigny. And how about that one? A great goal from Sergachev to get it done in overtime. Montreal 3-2, final score. 2 at home and 1 away. December 2nd. Inside Delta Center. Dallas Stars will be here before that. They'll head to Vegas for just a one-off. And then November 29th, the next game, Friday night here inside Delta Center, 7 p.m. against the Edmonton Oilers. And that is Hockey Fights Cancer. That's going to be a special one here in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, it's always an incredible night. All 32 NHL teams do a Hockey Fights Cancer night, and it's going to be an emotional night, a very important night inside Delta Center. But Tyson, a tough run of games coming up. But if the team continues to play like they have tonight, they're going to be just fine.
Yeah, you can't look past the Edmonton Oilers, though, right? I mean, that is a big night, as you mentioned. Hockey Fights Cancer. Cancer does not discriminate. We all know that. It's touched everyone's family in some way, shape, or form. So big crowd on that one. And obviously the Vegas Golden Knights and the Dallas Stars, look out. That's why this win here tonight against the team below you was so important.
Absolutely. You know what else is important Friday night?
Come on now.
Right here.
Who's that guy?
First ever Nashcast.
Who is that guy? Who's this guy?
Wow, they know who that guy is.
Hockey Hall of Famer.
Hey, where's the black guy, though? I was the biggest speed bag in the game. I mean, I never had my hands up my entire career.
We need a Sharpie so we can draw in your mustache right here on that graphic.
Yeah.
We'll have our graphic designer fix that one. Make sure that you guys subscribe to Utah HD Plus or SEG Plus so that you get the Nashcast on Friday. From Kim Becker, Nick Olczyk, Tyson Nash, Don Moore, Matt McConnell, and Sarah Merrifield in Montreal. This was Hockey Night in Utah. Final score 3-2 from the Bell Center. The boys are coming home 2-2 on this road trip. A nice 500 after that overtime win and 21 points on the season. Have a fabulous Thanksgiving, you guys. We will see you back here on Friday.